Pasty's telling me that the gay phone operator is sitting outside of the building in his minivan.
What?
Well, there's nothing. I don't know what he's doing, but there's nothing creepier than someone sitting out in front of a building in a minivan.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Hey, he's just sitting there. Mm-hmm.
Just sitting.
He kind of waved, but he didn't make any attempt to say hi to me or anything like that.
Was it an insomniac type night? Well, he's on the phone line now.
Good morning.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
What are you doing outside of our building?
I came to visit.
Mm-hmm. Stopping in on your way to work today?
No, I took some days off, so I don't have to work today.
Oh, jeez.
He took some days off.
All right.
You've
About
accrued
how
some vacation?
many?
It's getting creepier by the second.
I took 3 days off, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
So you're off yesterday.
Super.
Yes.
You're off today. You'll
And
be
I'm
off
off
tomorrow.
Is that how that works?
So do us. The way to spend the hump day of your little mini vacation is to come down and sit outside in your van during the show.
Well, I'm not going to sit out here the whole time. I want to come in.
Oh, you expect to be let in?
Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm. Well, you're not a top 10 dysfunctional family member, so you don't have carte blanche, meaning the door doesn't just swing wide open when you arrive. You realize that.
That's why I didn't just knock, and I waited.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was fun.
wow.
And seeing that you're not
My
a...
window doesn't roll down.
Seeing that you're not a top 10 dysfunctional family member, and I don't recall requesting any type of cheese smells around this station.
Wow.
I don't know.
Usually you do, though.
Yeah,
Not
so
today.
every once in a while I do say, hey, can I get a nice cheese smell around this studio?
Swiss Tuesdays,
Oh,
that
jeez.
kind of thing.
So what was the deal? You saw Pasty, he saw you in your van, you wanted to say something, but you can't roll down your window.
Boy,
No.
that's a...
So if you were to be stopped by a cop and he pulled you over, you wouldn't be able to roll down your window.
My driver's side window rolls down. The passenger side does not.
Ah.
And he was on the passenger side.
The Pasty was on the passenger side?
The passenger side.
So you're right in front of the building right now?
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I saw you pull in.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy. Oh, gee.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing you didn't see you pull out.
He wants to come up this morning, Terry.
Yes, he does.
All right, tell security to let him in. Pasty, go tell security to let him in, please.
Well, we can see how much thinner he looks since he's lost so much weight.
All right, Jay.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, from
Yeah.
parts unknown, standing at 5'2", 372 pounds.
Woo!
He's being let in the building. That's right. As we speak right now, they're buttering the door. They are going to squeeze him through. It'll be coming on up because he's got vacation time coming to him, Terry.
Oh, wow.
And he's taking it.
Yes.
No better way to spend your vacation than waking up at the ungodly hours of the morning to hang out here.
And to sit outside until you can come in.
Mm-hmm. Ah, look at the Zag fans. They're already lining up on the phone
I knew
lines.
they would be.
Feeling all good about things. It's going to be a fun morning, don't you know? Gay coming in.
Yeah.
The Zag fans feeling like they have a life.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Already.
Yes. Hello. Good morning. Nice win for you yesterday. Congratulations. Hello?
Yeah.
I think he passed out with excitement, Terry. Yes, sir.
I just wanted to let you know that.
Know that, right? You know you can't say that word on the air, right?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So I know you're feeling good about things, but, you know, maintain maintain a little dignity.
Talk a lot.
Well, talk a lot because what happened last night is exactly what I said would happen yesterday morning. I said Gonzaga would win the game, but the better team is UW. Why would I change that feeling this morning? I told you exactly what was going to happen. The better team in college basketball this season is the University of Washington. There's no two ways about that. Exactly what happened last night is what I expected to happen. And if you knew anything about evaluating talent, anything about basketball, anything about any collegiate sport whatsoever, you would realize that the more talented, the team that is going further this year, is going to be the University of Washington. Now, you had your one moment in the sun last night.
How was your bowl game?
I just have to call in.
Congratulations on winning your big game of the year. It's now over. You can now look forward to other things. Because as far as highlights are concerned, you had yours for the season. All right? Thanks for the call.
Hey,
all I gotta say is Washington was ranked and Gonzaga wasn't, and we beat them. That's all.
Yes,
that's all that
as
matters.
expected, you were favored to win, and you won. After, as I said, all the things I pointed out were reasons for me to predict that the game would be won by Gonzaga last night. Coming off the high of the Great Alaskan Shootout, being in the new building that Gonzaga is playing in, a tough building to play in for anyone, there were many reasons. One of the best players for the University of Washington not in the lineup. There were many reasons that didn't take a rocket scientist to conclude that game was going to be won by the Bulldogs last night. I told you that yesterday morning on this program. Gonzaga would win. And I also told you that after it's over and Gonzaga wins, the better of the two teams is still the University of Washington.
Whoa!
When it's all said and done in your 2004-2005 NC2A season, the more successful season will clearly be had by the University of Washington. It won't be so close that it'll be subject for debate. No. It'll be so clear-cut that there'll be no debate about it. Look forward to Gonzaga losing a lot of, well, not a lot, but more games than they're certainly used to in their own conference this year. Look forward to that, Spokane folk. Because that's going to happen. Usually Gonzaga rolls through their conference schedule with maybe a loss somewhere along the way. Maybe one. Not going to be the case this year.
One of those community colleges going to beat them?
One of those little junior colleges. One of those JUCOs. A few of them. They're going to have 3 or 4 losses in their own conference this year.
Wow.
All right? And you may not have to worry about choking in the tournament this year because you may not get there.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
But the University of Washington will be there. They're already in.
Dancing.
They just received an at-large bid.
Wow, already?
The NC2A committee has already called them and said, keep the dates open. You're in.
Mark your calendar.
But it was a very, very good win by a solid, no doubt about it, a solid college team last night. The Gonzaga Bulldogs are a fine, fine basketball program that is going to have a down year. They have 3 players, and it was confirmed last night. 3 players. The University of Washington has a hell of a lot more than 3 players. But your 3 players stepped up because the crowd energized them to the point where they did not allow themselves to get a little fatigued last night. Towards the end of the game, very equal game all the way through. University of Washington down the stretch. Got a little tired. That's it.
They didn't step up.
All the rest to it. Don't tell me they didn't step up. Don't give me your analysis. That's not what happened. They got a little tired. End of story. They didn't step up.
Well, they didn't close the deal. I mean, they were close right there at the end.
They got a little tired.
Oh.
Don't look any deeper than that.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Stephen on Sports is not something that you could look forward to in the future on this program, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me.
The T-Man.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber.
It's the Kings of Crunk, Lil Jon and me side, boys. We ready to rock them jingle bells for the KUBE 93, Lil Jon and me side.
1-866-663-T-Man.
Olsen and her boyfriend David Katzenberg split up?
Oh, no.
Yes, according to the New York Post,
No!
the couple has called it quits.
Oh, jeez. No, Mary Kate, she's the anorexic one, or is she the fat one?
Anorexic.
She, okay. It's Ashley Olsen who's the fat one. Is that right?
Ashley's
okay,
the
good.
fatter one, yes.
No, the fat one, Terry.
Yeah, you're right. The fat one.
Yes.
Sorry.
I want to contribute to this increasing statistic of anorexic women. I want to do my part. She's the fat one because she doesn't care about her body. She just let herself go.
It's amazing how she's done that.
Yes. She should be throwing up her food.
Wow.
Like a normal 17-year-old, Terry.
Olsen and her boyfriend David Katzenberg split up?
Well.
Yes, according to the New York Post, the couple has called it quits.
See, I can see this dude splitting up with the fat one, but why would he split up with the skinny, beautiful one, the skin and bones beauty, Terry? Why would he do that?
I don't know.
She's like a reptile, just how you like her.
Yes.
More and more like an iguana every day.
No doubt about it. That's
Ribs
what we're all
sticking out.
looking for. We're all seeking, we're all striving for that.
Over the weekend, Katzenberg was spotted at an L.A. Laker game with another woman.
Oh, no.
While Mary Kate, who's a freshman at NYU, has been seen around New York City solo.
Oh, so I see you found a skinnier girl. And
Wow.
he went to the Laker game with her. Well, there you go. Now I understand. Spotted at the Laker game.
Yeah.
When you want to stick it to your ex-girlfriend, be spotted at a Laker game with another woman. Yucking it up with Jack. That'll stick it to him.
Right, and like you said, who's even skinnier than you.
Now, Terry, speaking of sticking it to him,
Yeah.
He's a gay phone
look at the
operator.
cat drag
He's
there.
so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. A good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, yes, gay.
Thanks for letting me in.
You look terrific.
Oh, yeah,
See, you
yeah.
got a new wardrobe. So you're all slimmed down.
No, I'm in my fat clothes.
Oh, jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, as we said, let's give you the tale of the tape. He's 5'2". This is no exaggeration. He's 372 pounds. This is no exaggeration. So he's the Ashley Olsen of the Olsen twins. He's gay foam operator. He's due to hit 225 pounds by mid-October of next year. And if he does, ladies and gentlemen, not only will I give him the $15,000, Terry, that has been promised and wagered, but I will make it like a big deal too. I'll make fanfare. I'll make like some big kind of in-town ceremony where I hand him like one of those big oversized checks, and I'll sign it right there on a stage and hand it to his slimmed down ass. That's how sure I am this isn't going to happen, Terry.
Boy,
I can't wait.
oh, boy.
We're going to find somebody that'll hug you and not pull away from us. That's the real prize.
Do you hear what I'm telling you, Gay?
I do hear that.
There's
and
going
I'm
to be a in-town ceremony, or whatever town you want it to be in. If you want it to be in your hometown, I don't know where the hell that is. If you want it to be in some exotic location anywhere in the United States, you just say it.
Okay.
This is new part of the incentive of you getting down to 225, which is not going to happen. But if it does, mid-October, what is the date again?
October 14th.
October 14th. If it happens on October 14th, if you weigh in on a doctor's scale at 225 pounds or less on October 14th, you will have a major ceremony where a big old check, one of those oversized Bob Barker checks, is handed to you.
Do I got to bring the scale?
Fine.
Well, I don't want it rigged or anything.
Whatever you want on that day. If you want to be buried in Krispy Kremes, whatever you want. All
Chris
right?
from the cup can come up, too.
We can re-dip you in some chocolate.
I'll tell you what. We'll fly in this village people mustache wearing boyfriend of yours.
Okay.
We'll fly in Chris from the Cuff to be there to give you that first hug where somebody doesn't pull away.
Oh.
All right?
And he would be the one.
All right. Well, there you go.
More incentive.
That's just extra to add on top of the old wager we have here.
I can't wait now.
All right.
Good deal.
I can obviously see you're on a great, swift path to 225.
Dropping pounds like crazy.
So
Like you're
want-
going to notice 10 pounds lost.
So you expect to hang out here all morning long, is that right?
I'm hoping. I don't have any other plans.
Mm-hmm. And how were you able to get these 3 days off from your job?
I have comp time coming because of all the extra hours I've been putting in.
Well, usually people, when they take comp time, they go away for the weekend. They go.
Well, where to go?
You have a 5-day weekend that you're staring at, that you're right now in the midst of. Why didn't you go to like open sores or some exotic location and lay back on a beach chair and enjoy the 30-degree weather? Why aren't you doing that somewhere?
I don't have anyone to go with, so
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not getting on a
Flew
plane.
down to see
Chris, yeah.
I'm not buying 2 seats.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he's not interested.
Oh wait, and he is interested.
Right.
Where does he live? In California?
Yeah, San Diego.
You could drive there.
Not in my
In
minivan.
the fist stream machine?
Yeah, it would make it.
Or save your days for the holidays like everybody else and take a little vacation.
Well, no, I
So you
know,
can spend time
Gabe.
with your family.
Right.
I know this is just a temporary thing because you're going to be 225 on October 14th, but This is, and I have to mention it, the biggest we've seen you, and I'm just wondering if you're even capable of grabbing your own ass right now. Can you do that?
Oh, my God. What do you want him to do?
Not even talking about the butthole. I mean, it's just a cheek. Could you
Why
even...
don't you come over and grab it instead?
No. I'm just... Because I know this is important in your life, so I'm just wondering.
Put it right here.
Right. Can you grab your own ass with those Tyrannosaurus Rex arms or no?
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
Well, prove it. I'm not looking, but, Terry, you watch.
Yeah, he's grabbing his
Look,
own
I'm
ass.
grabbing.
Well, he's grabbing.
Well, he's sitting down.
Okay, so you want him to stand up
I
and
want
grab
him
his
to stand
ass?
up and see if he can grab his own ass.
I didn't know there was a certain way you can grab your ass.
I'll bet you $20 he can't. Which leads me to my next question.
Uh-oh.
How are you cleaning yourself?
Oh, hard to reach places. Getting harder by the minute.
Whoa.
You know, I've lost interest in this conversation quick.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Schwager. All of a sudden, I'm dying for Schwager. Yeah, Schwager.
Wow.
Schwager! Hello? The phone's not going to work this morning. Anyone there? And we're going to help out here or no? It's either that or go back to gate grabbing its own ass.
Yeah, help him quick.
Yeah, please. I don't want to have to witness anything.
Mm-hmm. Try. Yeah, we already had a phone caller on. We had the Gonzaga dude
Yeah,
on.
we did.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you.
And you had gay.
Let me try another phone line. You're on the air.
Hey, T-Man, what's up?
What's up, dude? How are you?
Good,
See,
man.
the phone lines are working. Schwager just fell asleep with the janitor.
Yeah.
Nestled in his arms. Who's this? Who's
like-
this? Who am I speaking to?
I'd like to say
Oh,
that
geez.
gay, it's not going to happen with gay.
Oh. What? You had a date with him and you promised him things and you just changed your mind or what?
It's to work late.
What? What are you talking about? It's not going to happen. You mean the bet?
It's physically impossible. There's no way he's going to do it.
Why is it physically impossible?
There's no way. Well, he's getting fatter by the moment.
Well,
No, he's losing weight already.
he's saying he's peaked. He's topped out at, what did you top out at, Gay?
It was like 390.
390.
Wow.
A couple of months ago, or a couple of weeks ago, he was 5'2", 390, and now you're 5'2", what?
Like 372, 373.
He's lost 18 pounds, sir. So
Wow, good job.
So
That's all water weight.
it's all water weight.
Water weight.
Yeah.
If he were to, so if he drinks a glass of water right now, he'll be back to 390.
Bam! 18 pounds.
All right, let's try that out.
Well,
Low fish,
man,
you know?
Yes, sir.
if he does, you're not going to be on the air and yak him anymore, I heard.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're rooting for him, sir. It doesn't sound like
Well-
you're rooting for Gay to get down to 225. Are you rooting for him or no?
I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I won't know anymore because if you're not on the air and yak him, how am
No.
I supposed to know?
Well, we'll have to send you a postcard, all right?
Well, hey, what's the deal with that, man?
Well, I don't want to do any more syndication. That's the deal. That's the bottom line.
Oh.
It's just not happening. Too much work and not enough money. That's it.
Okay.
I don't want to work any harder than I have to.
That's the American way.
Hey, why not?
Right in line.
There were some days when we were here till noon. That was not good.
Oh, screwed up my whole nap schedule.
And there are other things on the plate that I can't get into right now for the future that I'm not at liberty to discuss until those are finalized. So I can't go any further than that.
All right.
I can tell you that is my feeling, though. That as it was structured right now, I was working too hard and not making enough money off syndication. When they would send me a couple of liners and I'd have to read them, that's way too much work.
Yeah. I used to love your reaction on that one. What?
Mhm.
I'm not doing that.
God, do I have to?
Yeah, Schwager.
Sorry. Bad.
Sorry.
Payphone's messing up.
The payphone what?
The payphone's messing up.
Oh, okay. You didn't say the F word, did you?
No.
All right.
I do not cuss.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, I do not like
That
profanity.
payphone malfunctions, you lose your home office.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about this?
Well, there's two other payphones in the high school,
All right.
so I can probably use them.
Yeah, but you don't get to nuzzle up next to the janitor on those payphones.
I don't know.
What do you need, Schwager?
I'm just. The only reason I'm calling in is because I know a way how gay can lose a lot of weight.
Is there anything happening with you socially in your senior year of high school? Are you, like, hooking up at all or what?
Come on. What kind of question is that?
I mean, we're now well past homecoming. You got a little peck or something, I think you told us at homecoming. Are you building from there or what?
I'm still talking to Randy.
Randy. All right. And what does that mean? You're talking to her. You're talking to her about what?
Well,
You're talking to her about, like, hanging out on the weekend and, like, her coming over your trailer or no?
no, nothing like that. Believe me.
I'll get my mom really drunk. She'll pass out by 9 o'clock and you come over. You talking like that or no?
No.
Those are the kind of things you should be saying at this point in your life.
I'm talking to her about plans for, like, later in the year, like, for the talent show and stuff like that. And also, there's an 80s dance this weekend, so...
Jeez. An 80s dance?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you should certainly be the star of the 80s dance, the way you know Lionel Richie songs word for word.
Oh, yeah.
Right or wrong?
Crud.
All right. Anyway, I'm not going to make you sing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, thank you.
I can only tolerate so much this morning. With gay phone number sitting here, there's only so much I can take. Anyway, Schwager,
Yes.
my question is, it's your senior year, okay? You only get one senior year of high school. Well, most people do.
But his mom wants him to have 2.
Right. Are you going to get any action? Is there going to be anything happening for you the rest of the way, or what?
I don't see me getting any action.
Mm-hmm.
But yet...
Well, what are you going to do at this 80s dance?
At the 80s dance?
Yes.
I'm probably going to have the best dance moves.
Is that right?
He's going to break dance and everything.
Well, I mean, it's the 80s dance. Come on, it's not that hard to dance like you're in the 80s.
All right, but the bottom line is dancing is only necessary to get you, well, I don't want to say laid at your point, because that's a big jump, but at least some action. Is it going to get you anywhere or no?
No.
Then there's no point in dancing.
Right.
I just like to dance.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, that's a problem.
He's got the music in him.
I just like to dance.
Okay. Do you realize, there are a lot of good dudes who have some dance moves. The only reason they are interested is because dancing gets you laid. Okay? Repeat after me.
Dancing gets you laid.
That's right.
Wow.
Now, again, as I said, for you, that's too big a jump, so I'm not looking for that for you at this point. But at least you should be parlaying any dance moves you have that are halfway decent into something more. You getting what I'm saying here?
I should try to get to first base with somebody.
First base, fine.
Well, hey, it's better than nothing, right?
At least the base is on balls, okay?
Wow. Put on a uniform.
Okay.
Now, gay phone operator thinks that you're gay. Now, he doesn't have the greatest gaydar in the history of the homosexual world, but he does believe. Am I wrong here, gay?
No, you're not wrong.
You believe that Matthew Schwager, do you believe that he knows it, or and he's just lying about it, or you think he doesn't know?
I think he doesn't know. I mean, I'm gay, but
Oh,
he's
dear.
got the music in him. I don't.
Gay?
The music.
There's 3 definitions for the word gay.
Oh, jeez.
And there's 2 of them that aren't you.
Wow.
One's happy, one's homosexual, and the other one's whacked.
And you're homosexual.
I'm not.
You'll find out eventually.
Well,
Just embrace it.
no.
I think.
See, gay, I don't think that Matthew is a homosexual. I think he's just a little bit well, he's just a lot of little things. All right?
He just likes to dance, that's all.
If I could have hung out with the janitor in my school, I would have too.
All right.
Jeez.
So you're suggesting the janitor is doing things to him?
Well, he could be in the basement. You know.
All
That's why gays aren't allowed in my school.
All right.
What?
T, I have a question for you. Do you anticipate Matthew Schwager going into a rut and then being 27 years old like Pasty and still a virgin?
Oh, my gosh. Poor Pasty just sitting there.
It's not ripping Pasty.
No,
It's an honest question.
I think Schwager is online enough that he's going to stumble into sex by 22.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he's in enough chat rooms that someone's going to pin him down, and that's what he needs. He needs an aggressive woman to take the initiative and send him on his way. And then he could be a sexual terror after that point.
Whoa. Can you imagine?
He could be some kind of deviant.
Whoa.
For all we know. I think he has that potential.
Well, what happened to the girl in on the East Coast that he was, chit-chatting with?
That wasn't realistic, because she's in Maine and he's here, and they didn't have a way to really connect. But he's going to stay online. I mean, are you in the right chat rooms or what? Even in your Star Trek chat room, eventually you're going to get somewhere. But it's going to take too long. Are you in, what other chat rooms what other places, not that there are real chat rooms anymore, where are you hanging out these days online?
I'm on MSN Messenger,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still chatting to the girl in Maine.
All right, but anything local or no?
I can't find anybody local.
I'll give you some rooms.
He doesn't like your rooms, despite what you think. All right? Schwager, there are a lot of local little joints now online. Are you looking for them? Are you aware of them or no?
I am aware of them.
All right.
I don't go searching for them.
You're not talking to people on those sites.
Correct.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have
You're a
the time.
healthy 18-year-old.
I don't have the time. My time is very consumed now with my senior year. I can start looking for a date probably around spring break.
All right. Well, we'll mark that on our calendars.
Boy.
Schwager.
Yeah.
Have a great high school day.
I will.
All right.
Sounds consumed.
Yeah,
Next
it
thing he has
does.
to do is during spring break.
Right.
He's real busy.
He's consumed when he's at school at 4:30 every day.
I know. Why not take some time then?
He's the most efficient lost person in the history of the world.
Right.
It's the best way to size it up.
The T-Man.
You're just another lying old dirty birdie, and I don't think I better be around you for a while.
This year, what I would like for Christmas is a new bike.
I want to help kids that don't have money, and I want to wish them a Merry Christmas.
I would like my bike to be blue, baby blue.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
Come here, baby.
What the hell is this?
It's the Lachey Simpson special.
Is that what it is?
It sure is.
Wait a minute. I thought it was going to be on until Christmas.
No, last night.
Oh, jeez.
You missed out.
Charlie Brown was on too, man. They hit it early.
Yeah, and Rudolph the
Charlie
Red
Brown was on
Nose.
too last
Yes,
night?
and Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Oh,
Reindeer.
man. They make these Christmas specials happen earlier and earlier every year. Usually it's 2 weeks before Christmas.
Right.
How many weeks are we before Christmas right now?
3.
Where the hell am I?
Well, when Christmas starts in August now, you know.
Man, the Lachey Simpson Christmas special was last night, and I missed it.
Yep.
Well, we have the audio.
Lucky for us.
Is that going to be good enough for me or no?
Good enough.
I leave you wanting more, though.
Did you watch it, Steven? Were you there? Were you glued? Were you cheering? Were you dancing at home? Were you a witness to the Christmas special that was Lachey / Simpson Spectacular?
Yes, had I not seen their first special, I probably would have watched this one.
So you didn't watch it?
I didn't.
You didn't watch 1 minute of it. I didn't even know it was on last night. I knew it was coming. I was gonna make an effort to sit and watch a few minutes of it at least till the point where I puked, and I forgot. I didn't realize it was going to be on this quick in the holiday season.
Yeah.
What channel was it on? What network is it on? ABC? Mm-hmm. And it was on from what time to what time last night? Like 8 to 9? 9 to 10?
I think 9 to 10.
9 to 10.
Yeah.
It was last night, 9 to 10, is that right? Anyone in this room watch it? Yeah, you had to watch it. Come on. This is all you.
No, I watched Nanny and 911.
Doesn't get gayer and cheesier than the Lachey Simpson special. Two things that you've cornered the market on. Gay and cheese.
Yeah,
Come on.
I couldn't do it. I turned, but then I turned it off.
So you knew it was on?
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't watch it?
No.
Did you watch 30 seconds of it?
About. That's about it.
About 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, gay phone operator has quit his job, and he's here in the studio this morning and only this morning.
I did not quit my job.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get fired?
No, I have vacation time.
Right.
Sure you do.
You can... Oh, I was going to say you
whatever.
can call her, but no, you can't.
All right, so you didn't watch... Did you say you watched 30 seconds
He
or
said
no?
about 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Hot shot. Did you watch the Simpson special last night?
Negative.
Mm-hmm. Nobody watched. I don't even have to ask you, Terry.
No.
Omar Epps was not a guest on the show.
No, he was not.
So you weren't watching.
Totally out.
Mm-hmm. So all we have is the audio.
Lucky us.
Well, they'll hopefully replay it 16 times before Christmas, right?
Oh, let's hope so.
Okay, good.
Come here, baby.
I can't believe I missed this. They're so in love, Terry.
I know that.
I can feel the love.
Gosh, our wish came true. Everything we wanted is here.
Oh, this is great.
Wow.
Except for one thing.
One thing, what? There's one thing missing? Is that talent, Terry?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe next year, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Santa didn't come this year.
Oh my gosh, our wish came true. Everything we wanted is here.
Oh, this is great.
Except happiness.
Except for one thing.
What's that?
Well, if this place is so magical, where's the Christmas music?
Oh, jeez.
That's more like it.
Shall we?
You hear the canned applause in the audience there, Terry?
Absolutely.
These people can't be cheering because they're really happy with what they're seeing. I mean, can you make a variety hour any cheesier than this? Is that pretty much the goal of this special? Let's see how much cheese we can just pile on top of itself.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I'm not even seeing the video, and I'm feeling the cheese coming out my ass already, Terry.
Yeah.
Baby, it's cold outside. Hoping that you jump in. I'll take your hands there.
Pasty, you had to see. Somebody had to see.
She's like, hell
What's
no.
going on when they're doing this? What are they? Are they dancing around like
dancing
idiots?
like a little living room thing.
How do you know? You laid this.
He must have watched
Well,
it.
I saw when it was laid down.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly was transfixed. I couldn't stop looking at it. It was unbelievable what I was looking at.
Kind of like how you can't stop looking at a train wreck.
Yeah, or like Eliminate, something like that.
Right, like you're
Shows like
sitting
that.
back like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't stop watching it. It's one of those things. It's not because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it you couldn't stop watching because it was so good?
No, you think it's like a Saturday Night Live skit. You think they're just going to break out laughing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really, they're being sincere when they're doing it.
You're just waiting. Come on.
The fact that they're not doing this as part of a joke is the most remarkable part of it. Is that the deal?
Yes. They're like, rolling over on the couch in the ottoman, doing little dance moves.
So we had this recorded on our TiVo here in the studio, and you laid down the audio, so you watched it when it was being laid down, and you were in a trance watching it.
I wanted a glass of eggnog and sing along with them. It was awful. No, it's awful.
Because I'm picturing them dancing around, and that's obviously what they're doing here.
Correct. In their living room.
Now, I'm sure Jessica Simpson looks pretty big time, because there's no denying that she is a hot-ass woman. There's no two ways about it. All right? As much as you want to talk about the cheesiness and how ridiculous their marriage seems at this point, you cannot deny that she is one big-time ass woman. All right, now, they're dancing around. She looking good or what?
She looks as good as ever.
Mm-hmm. When she gets really into singing, her mouth opens wide enough that you think I could put your whole fist into her.
Wow. You go, wow,
That
that's a
isn't
lucky guy.
that isn't a bad thing either. All right, that she get into that kind of mode or what?
Oh, yeah, the mouth's open. Looks like a bass in a lake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
Baby, it's bad out there. Got to be had out there. Eyes on my star right now. I'll take your hat, your hair looks.
And this doesn't even sound like live singing. I mean, after the whole Ashley Simpson thing, are you going to tell me that this was all lip synced?
No question.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
Yeah, if they're rolling around. I mean, they can't do that.
They're rolling around the fireplace.
Yeah, like the couch and like different pieces of furniture, doing little moves off it.
And
snuggling up by the fire.
They can't say, "Baby, it's cold." You're doing
come on. You can't do all that and sing live.
Apparently not.
Here, you try.
Sonny and Cher did it back in the early '70s. I hear they didn't have lip syncing back then.
They were real talents.
Oh, that's true. I mean, this totally sounds like it's on major track here.
Yeah, it's very well produced.
Yeah, there's no question.
Just unwatchable.
And you're not even watching it.
All you're doing is listening to it, and
yet I still feel tortured, Stephen. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe there are people out there. I'm sure you could only watch a little bit of it while you were laying it down for our audio purposes here.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are some people out there who sat there and watched the entire hour. From minute one.
Let's bet on that. The entire hour?
The entire hour, Terry. I know there are people in our listening audience that sat in front of the TV, glued, enjoying it, maybe picking up a cane of their own and dancing around their living room.
Now, are you talking with or without the use of illegal substances?
Well,
yeah,
I wouldn't go that far to assume. Let's see if we can open the phone lines and find out if there's anyone out there that saw this program and enjoyed it and maybe can give us a comment or two on what we missed. 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. You're on the air. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, dude. You're on. Turn your radio down. You're on. He doesn't believe it.
He doesn't want to admit he watched it.
T-Man.
Aren't you going to disguise my voice, T-Man? You're on, dude. Turn your radio down.
T-Man.
Yes, dude.
Show was terrible.
Okay, thank you. It was worth the wait.
Kind of like his call, right?
Yeah, I don't think he watched the show.
Come on.
T-Man. Can't believe I'm on. Yeah, the show was terrible. You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
We watched
the whole hour.
Who's
it was
we?
So good.
Who'd you watch with?
Just me.
Just you. You said we watched the whole hour.
I said I.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
No, we didn't. We said we.
All right. And what'd you think, sir?
I watched it to watch Nick Lachey.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So, would you like to talk to gay phone operator about this, or what?
He did look good.
Oh, dear. All right. That's all you got, or what?
Yep.
Okay, thank you for the call.
Well, unless you're a gay man, you're not watching it. That's what we really come to, huh?
Because Nick Lachey looks damn hot.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
I watched it.
And what'd you think?
I think it was beautiful.
Really? You think
Me
there's
and my daughter were singing to it.
singing to it as it was going along? Is that right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Nick had his shirt off.
I didn't see that.
Because, baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You might as well get topless.
That's what you do when it's cold.
So it worked for you, is that right?
Yes.
There couldn't have been a better Christmas spectacular. It couldn't have been a better hour of television Christmas programming as far as you're concerned.
Oh, right.
All right. Well, there you go.
That was my present for the year.
Okay.
Wow.
I told you, Terry, there'd be someone out there. She almost sounded like she had a hint of sarcasm, but you could tell she was telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't get it, apparently.
Joining Nick and Jessica tonight are guest stars, 98 Degrees.
Oh, that's quite a get, let me tell you.
Yeah, okay.
How did they get 98 degrees on their Christmas special, Terry?
No.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
They pull out all the stops when they do a variety show once every 6 months.
Right.
They've been working on that guest for a while.
The big names come calling.
Mm-hmm.
I want on.
And Nick was in the drive-thru. We want to get the band back together?
Yes, I would like ketchup.
Ashley Simpson, Brian McKnight, and the entire Simpson and Lachey families here on Nick and Jessica's.
How does the other dude from 98 Degrees feel about his life these days? Looking at Nick Lachey going, you actually made it? Well, he married Will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 98 Degrees, Ashley Simpson, the Simpson and Lachey families, and Brian McKnight.
Is
Yeah,
that
out
it?
of nowhere. Brian
How does he
McKnight.
fit in?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes us feel even worse about being able to get Brian McSmoggy every year for summertime.
Okay.
Degrees, Ashley Simpson, Brian McKnight, and the entire Simpson and Lachey families.
Wow.
Here on Nick and Jessica's Family Christmas.
You're on the air. Anyone there?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, dude? What do you got?
Man, I had to watch that show last night. I think that show sucked, man.
Why did you have to watch it?
My daughter, she was all excited every time I turned that channel, man. She'd just be sitting there just screaming.
Oh, so your daughter would start crying and screaming if you were to attempt to turn the channel, so you were stuck watching it, and what can you tell us about your experience? How did the hour go for you?
Oh,
Longest hour of your life?
yes, it was.
Hmm.
It was the worst hour. Watching them lip sing and stuff. I mean, that music just sucked, man.
I got it!
I think this is where her mouth gets really big.
I can't believe this is for real, Terry.
Anyway.
Yes. Well, we're obviously just jealous because we don't have the T-Man Terry Free Christmas Spectacular Hour.
Yeah, maybe
and that's why we just don't get it. Yes. Terry, if I ever sign on the dotted line for something like this, please, just hang me right there.
I will, because I'll be right next to you.
Okay.
I can picture you guys rolling around on a couch.
Oh, boy.
Oh, but I really can't stay, Terry.
The T-Man.
Both Kenny's dad and I were in Scouts for years.
Was your dad in Scouts, Carmen? Oh, yeah, you don't have a dad.
Check it out. Traffic Jam.
What's up? I'm Eric Powers.
And more problems for Michael Lohan.
Oh, geez.
Only Extra has the images as Lindsay Lohan's father is arrested again. This time after walking the line, failing the
This
balancing
Lindsay
test.
Lohan dad, Terry, he can't stay out of trouble.
I know.
And Only Extra has the images.
Man.
And yet magically it'll show up on Inside Edition and all the other shows. But Only Extra has
Right.
the, I guess what they mean is Only Extra has the images right now.
There you go.
But a half hour from now, every other show will have it. He's been in a little bit of trouble, Lindsay's dad. It's kind of cool having a rich daughter. He can go out and create all that mischief and not have to worry about work.
Only Extra has the images as Lindsay Lohan's father is arrested again.
Right.
This time after walking the line, failing the balancing test, and making his best argument for freedom. Lohan was cuffed and arrested for driving while under the influence of drugs and for violating an order to stay away from estranged wife, Dina.
He wasn't even driving drunk. He was driving totally baked.
That's illegal?
In most states.
Okay.
Only if you get caught.
Only if you have a very rich celebrity daughter do they come after you with that.
And for violating an order to stay away from estranged wife, Dina.
Well, that could put stress on anybody to make them want to go out, get a little high, Terry, and then just drive the car real fast.
Right.
Or real slow.
Yes. Whichever suits your mood the best.
But it feels fast.
Yes. Because Lindsay Lohan's mom refuses to talk to Lindsay Lohan's dad at this point in time, Terry. At one point, they were very much in love, and they expressed their love by creating a beautiful child that is now a national treasure, Terry. So they had to be in love to create such a gift to the world, right?
Right.
Okay. But that is no longer the case. They despise each other.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And as a matter of fact, Lindsay Lohan's mom, I think, has a restraining order against Mr. Lohan.
No more love there. You're right.
No!
It's all gone.
They put all the love into that child. There's none left.
But that's not all. Extra has learned Michael Lohan, while in the back of the squad car heading for the police station, complained of chest pains and was rushed to this New York hospital.
That was a nice try.
Yeah.
Chest pains.
That old trick.
Yeah. Always works out well for all of us.
The squad car heading for the police station complained of chest pain and was rushed to this New York hospital where he remains under observation.
Oh.
He is having heart rhythms that are abnormal.
Yeah, whatever. He must have sold it pretty well then.
Dominic Barbara, the same attorney who handled Joey Buttafuoco.
Oh, so he has got a lot of experience with some real interesting fellas.
You know, this is a cheap shot, officer.
Has been through the process with Lohan before. His client was arrested for involvement in more than one fight. And Lohan was ordered to stay away from Lindsay's mom for allegedly making physical threats.
I'm hoping it's all going to finally calm down.
Meanwhile, Dina Lohan is in the process of filing for divorce.
Oh, Dina Lohan's going to be single, Terry.
Yeah, she is. Finally.
Is Dina Lohan hot? Does anyone know? Is she a good-looking mom? As the mother of Lindsay, should we assume she's a good-looking woman? It looks like Raymond's raising his hand. He knows. He's very into milfs.
She's like 41, 42. Very attractive lady.
Aha! Very attractive lady.
Yes. He likes those older ladies.
Except for you, Terry.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Why did Terry need to be snapped at there? Did she say anything?
Instead of saying he likes older ladies, he likes those older ladies.
Every time you talk about... okay.
It's the way you say things about me, Terry. If you haven't figured that out
Terry,
yet.
just trust me. If he was 5'11", everything would be fine right now. He's not, so he's lashing out at you.
You could have said it in pleasant tones. I think it would have been.
I don't think she said it in any way that you should be snapping at her like that.
Because you talk to me like that, too.
So you snap at Terry.
When she says things in an underhand fashion.
No.
Yes.
What you mean to say is, well, Terry can't fire me. That's what you mean to say. What was that?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Well, Terry, you just got snapped at. Is that all right?
Whatever.
Okay.
I mean, granted, it's true what I said.
Yes.
Right?
And why shouldn't anyone like older women? If they're hot, you should like them. You should be into them. I love older women. Always have. I love younger women now. Just not as young as Steven likes them. Steven likes them real young.
Yeah. So it was stated,
really nervous about him. Now, what else is going on, Terry? We understand that Dina and Mr. Lohan not having the best of times these days. Can you tell us anything else that's going on in the world of interest?
Actually, I can tell you some more stuff about the Lohan family. Lindsay...
Yeah, more news on the Lohan family. Because, Terry, if we're going to talk about the Lohan family, we might as well get the whole scope of everything that's going on.
Yes.
Don't shortchange us on the program, Terry.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Apparently, there are some pictures circulating of Lindsay smoking a blunt, or what looks like a blunt, while she was celebrating Thanksgiving break with friends when she went back home.
Well, Terry,
I can get these pictures for you, by the way.
How do you bring in the Thanksgiving holiday if not with a blunt, Terry?
I don't know.
That's how the Pilgrims did it.
I guess so.
Why do you think the Indians were so willing to get along with the Pilgrims so quickly, Terry?
Yeah, they all sat down.
Because of those blunts.
Yeah.
No better day to have the munchies than Thanksgiving.
They called them Wonder Joints back then, Terry. Now we call them blunts. Yeah. That's the term that we've been using over the past 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you have
I can get you
information.
the
pictures.
Yes.
Pictures. Of her smoking a blunt?
Well, yeah, what appears to be a blunt. Now,
well, is it a cigar or not?
well, yeah.
And is it going from one person to another or not? Because normally when you're at a bar, Terry, you don't pass around a regular cigar.
True.
Oh, dude, take a hit off this Cuban.
Right. It's real good.
Well, maybe you share it with one person, but you don't pass it around amongst 9 friends. So if they're passing around a cigar, Terry, it's safe to say that they are enjoying a nice blunt or two there to bring in the Thanksgiving holiday in style.
Right.
Now, she's only 18, correct?
I believe so.
Do we blame her father and all the mischief that he's having in his life as the role model that was and still is, believe it or not, to his daughter? Do we blame him for her problems? Because I remember the public service announcements from back in the day, Terry.
Right.
When the father confronts his child and says, "Where did you learn to do this?" when he finds all the drugs that the child was hiding in the drawer.
Right.
And the child looks at Dad and says, "From you, Dad!"
Oh.
And then he gets all silent and realizes he wronged his child. Yeah. And then the announcer comes on and says, "Parents who do drugs." Oh, never mind.
I got it.
All right.
What, though? Do they have kids that do drugs?
That's right.
Wow. Yeah, you can't leave us hanging. Come on, man. What?
And by the way, this is an egg. Anyway.
It sounds like those
So,
work,
yeah,
though, huh?
I can get you the pictures.
This is your brain on drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that one too. Anyway.
How about the guy crying with the tear in his eye because of pollution?
Oh.
Instead of snapping at Terry, maybe I can get these pictures sometime this century. Is that possible?
Okay.
All right. There you go. Is there a countdown I should be working through here?
Within the next 30 seconds. There's a lot of pictures. It's not just one picture.
Within the next 30 seconds, I'll have in my hand pictures of Lindsay Lohan smoking blunts.
It's her and a bunch of her friends, and you could tell that it definitely seems that the smoking fashion that they're doing it in it leads you to believe that it's a blunt.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Now, why is a blunt so much the thing as opposed to just your standard joint, which seemed to be more than acceptable back 5 years ago? Well, I know, obviously, you get a greater intake of, but how much do you need? A puff is a puff, right?
Depends on your tolerance, but yeah.
So we built up so much tolerance to weed that no longer is a joint acceptable. It doesn't do the job. We need to get it in a more high-intensity style these days, and only a blunt can provide that. Is that the deal?
For some people, yes.
But still, even though you can put, $100 worth into a blunt, you still can only take one puff at a time. It still hits you harder?
It's a big puff. It's a big pull from what I hear.
You see how I turned
From what you hear?
Yeah. I turned to my resident expert for a reason here, Terry. I want first-hand information, and he's making like he's talking about second-hand info.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's never
I think it's also kind of fashionable, too, to put it in a cigar as opposed to pulling out your crusty old pipe.
Yeah.
You know,
hey, come on, or the...
Because it looks so high society today.
Do you think it's easier to disguise, maybe?
Yeah, probably that.
Maybe. You don't want to pull out the bong of the skeleton riding the Harley.
Isn't it though? Isn't it kind of a waste of $100 worth, or what?
Well, not for them, but for me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not for Snoop, who's got plenty of it.
All right, I'm not talking about on
for
a
most
relative
people,
basis.
they wouldn't do that. The average guy that gets high every day, making $30,000 a year, is not rolling $100 blunts.
But you could put $100 worth easily into a blunt, yes or no?
Yeah, you could.
All right, so isn't it a waste of $100 worth? Is it that much more of an intense high, or what?
I think it's a waste.
All right.
But they probably don't because they don't care.
Well, here she is enjoying a nice Swisher Sweet with 9 of her closest friends, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got some hot friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all high.
Hey.
Man, Thanksgiving was never like this in my home. Got the Bud Lights.
Wait till Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Terry, do they know it's Christmas time at all?
There's no need to be afraid.
Well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you. this dude looks like he's having a good time.
Really?
Yeah. Man, imagine being the random guy who gets selected to be part of the Lindsay Lohan crowd.
Wow.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I can't deny. I can't not lie to you and say that that's not something you gotta sort of envy.
Right. You'd go along.
You'd have a hard time saying no to anything they're doing at that point. Okay, I'm in.
Smoking blunts with Lindsay Lohan and her hot-ass friends?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I like some.
Look at her friend here. She's even hotter than Lindsay Lohan is. There's no doubt about it. All right. Anyway.
I didn't really think she was going to hang out with some ugly people, did you?
All right. Anyway, so there you go. There's your full Lindsay Lohan and family update of the morning. Is that right?
Yep, there you go.
So now that we have these pictures, is Lindsay going to be in trouble herself and hang out in the cell with her dad or no?
I don't know.
Oh, officer, I'm having chest pains. Oh, wait, my dad told me to grab my heart. I'm having chest pains. What else? What else is going on?
Well, I have
Should we make these pictures available to the listeners?
Sure.
Sure.
Would you like to do that there, Raymond?
How many of the multitude of pictures would you like?
Oh, jeez. Well, how about I'll hand you back some fun ones here. And keep these for myself over here. Man.
Paste your picture over the guy so that you can just kind of pretend.
In this picture, one girl's pulling another girl's hair, Terry. I can only imagine what kind of Thanksgiving game they're playing there.
Yeah.
How about this one? These two pictures right there.
You got it.
All right. These pictures, ladies and gentlemen, as a courtesy to you, the listeners, will be available on the tmanshow.com in how long?
I have to call Computer Freak. I would hope to say by the end of the hour.
Okay, well, why don't you give us an update? Why don't you raise your hand and give us an update when you have info, okay?
I can do that.
All right.
Pictures at the top of the hour.
Yes. Terry, he snapped at you.
He did.
You gonna let him get away with that?
Jump up real high so we can see your hand.
All right. Anyhow, it's too late for that. What else? What else is going on?
I actually have a story this morning for Stephen.
Mm-hmm. Well, everyone's calling in now with their expertise on blunts.
Oh, wow.
Do you want to take some of those calls or no?
We can if you'd like.
Apparently, you didn't nail it, Hotshot, because they're calling in to fill in the blanks.
Think I'm rolling $100 blunts every night?
Oh, jeez.
Well, yeah.
I told you, I got the crusty old, skeleton right in the Harley pipe, Come on, man.
Like you're a charity case. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were asking about the blunts?
Sure. Just out of curiosity, intellectual curiosity, of course.
Well, yeah. Well, see, a blunt is a lot bigger, and you can get it in, like, Swisher Sweets or different flavors, and it's, like, twice the size of a joint.
Right, we got that part of it, dude. I thought you were going to give us some... All right. All right, thank you, sir.
What?
There you go.
Okay.
That's an example of what blunts can do to you, too, ladies and gentlemen.
That's your brain on blunts.
Maybe he did add a little extra there by saying you get more flavor than you would a regular joint. Is that true or not true?
You get flavor from the cigar wrapping, but if you're into that,
Yeah,
if
do you really want
cherry
some
or whatever.
flavor on your weed?
Why? Why not? Cigar flavor is nice. Don't pretend like you don't enjoy a good one from time to time, Terry. Come on.
Right.
You're a masculine woman.
I have smoked a cigar, yeah.
Yes.
And,
really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, what else is going on there, Terry?
I was listen up to this story, Stephen, okay?
I'm listening.
This story is for Stephen's benefit more than anyone else's.
Yes, it is.
All right.
A wife in Syracuse, New York, walked in on her husband having sex with their dog.
Ow!
Mm-hmm.
Stephen, did you take in a good Orangeman game while you were there?
Yeah, they're pretty good this year, actually.
Yes, it happened. She walked into their bedroom to find her
You said in
husband.
Syracuse, right?
Yes, Syracuse, New York.
I'm wondering how Stephen got there and got back so quick.
I don't know.
Wow.
Gin the dog.
Gin the dog?
Yes.
When you name your dog Gin, something's up, Terry.
Right, a little too much ginger.
Right from the get-go. There's a red flag right there. And this wife was beside herself with grief, or she knew it was coming all the way, or what?
Well, I would say grief, because she ended up calling up the cops. And
She called the cops on her own husband because she walked in on him having sex with the dog. Now, Stephen, we know it's only a matter of time before you get caught, even though you deny to this day that you have sex with Campbell. Do you think when that day comes that your wife is going to call the cops on you?
Well, if there was a situation like that, I would hope she would and try and get me some help.
Good answer. Wow.
Yes.
So when this man is done, Terry, does the dog's name become Gin and Juice or what?
Anyway.
Stephen,
Yes.
Yeah. He's the resident expert on this. Huh?
Yeah. Let's go to the resident expert.
Well, anyhow.
Yeah, he was arrested.
That is a very, very sad story.
It is. On the misdemeanor charge of sexual misconduct.
He was arrested?
Mm-hmm.
A terribly sad story. That doesn't get any funnier than that! Wife walks in.
Yeah.
From her day's work, or was she out at the Pottery Barn? What was she doing?
It doesn't say exactly what she was doing.
Because there was only those two options available, Terry. I don't think she's going to a Syracuse Orangeman game. So what was she doing? Doesn't say what she had come home from. It always makes it much more of a story if she came home from a hard day's work and her husband's sitting there plowing the dog.
Yeah, if the Pottery Barn, it's okay, though.
That's right.
Doesn't say.
She had it coming.
Doesn't say exactly what she.
Let me see the story, please.
Says what time she came in home.
Oh, jeez.
Which was.
What was she doing home so late? What'd you expect? All right, let's see here.
That's the wife. Do you just hope it was like a man or a woman instead of the dog?
I think, honestly, if you're a wife and you're in a happy marriage and you have to walk in on your husband having some kind of infidelity type moment, honestly, if you had your choices, and this is really a juvenile conversation, but nonetheless, I will entertain it. If you have to walk in on the person you love having sex with someone other than you, you would prefer it to be a dog than a man or a woman.
No way.
Absolutely would. What? Maybe not. Let me rethink this one. Well, what's so great about having your husband having sex with a woman in your bed when you come home?
At least it's a person.
I think it's more workable to salvage your marriage. If your husband has such a lack of respect for you that he's having sex in the bed that you sleep in every night with the neighbor hoochie down the street, I honestly think if you were to poll women and then ask them this question in a private moment where they're not feeling like they're being scrutinized as far as their answer is concerned, they would honestly tell you, and only women are being asked this question who are in happy marriages, if I had to walk in on my husband having sex with someone other than me, and it could be a hot-ass woman or a dog, I'll choose the dog. All right, maybe not.
Yeah, I
don't think so
either.
But do you have the number of the hoochie down the street?
Well, you make it seem like it's such an easy decision. These women who are in happy marriages don't expect to see their husbands having sex with other women in their beds.
You're right, but
all right?
But like you said, if
they would
you
rather
had
think they'd rather think their husband was like completely twisted and yet faithful than had been duping them all along. Because women feel stupid when they come in and they see their husbands having sex with other women. But they don't feel stupid when they realize their husband has an illness. And that's what it's about when you're having sex with a dog, right, Stephen? It's about an illness.
Resident expert.
I don't know what it would be about.
Whenever we try to pull it off as an illness, too.
By the way, I understand that this is the next storyline for Desperate Housewives. And it'll be airing this Sunday, so stay tuned for that. Man, you're making it seem like it's a slam dunk. No, not close to any kind of slam dunk.
What would our resident woman feel?
Think about it, Terry. You consider yourself in a happy marriage, right? You've talked yourself into that? Okay, good.
Yes, I've convinced myself.
Would you,
absolutely.
you come home from a hard day's work at some point in your life?
Yeah.
All right, let's say
you're home at 10:20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Later today, you come home from a day's work.
Right. Oh, my back hurts. It's been such a tough day.
You want to walk in on your husband having sex with some broad, Terry?
I'd rather that than, yes, a dog.
Come on, little
Milo.
Milo.
Just because I think.
You're saying that right now.
Milo. Jeez.
Hey, little Milo's got a
Little
nice
Milo's
bed.
got.
Jeez.
Little Milo would be abused.
Well, what...
But I just think...
What ends the marriage quicker? Let me ask you this. You walk in this afternoon, or actually 10:03, and your husband is having sex with the dog. Hate to bring your husband into this. He's a nice, normal guy, and yet we're using him because he's your husband. You walk in on him having sex with a hot ass, way hotter than you, Terry. And he's loving it, and he's moaning like a madman.
Wow.
All right? Yeah, like a madman.
Never moaned like that
Never heard
before.
those moans before. Or you walk in on him crying and having sex with the dog. Which allows your marriage...
Wait, why is he crying?
Because
why is he crying?
Because men who have sex with the dog cry.
I know this
While they're doing
I shouldn't be doing this.
Exactly. You got it down. There you go.
I sound like a real natural.
It feels really good.
Okay, yeah. I can't stop.
Stephen is about to give you your diploma. He says you're ready to graduate.
All right, thank you.
Now, Terry, what ends the marriage quicker? Scenario A, where he's moaning like a madman because he's in complete ecstasy with some woman that you knew that she was hot, but you never thought your husband thought so. you know this woman, and they're going off like crazy in your bed. Your bed!
Oh, wow.
With the babies asleep in the next room.
Oh, bastard.
Or he's having sex with the dog and crying while doing it, Terry. What brings the marriage to an end quicker? I'll tell you. I'll answer that question for you.
No.
The dog.
Now I'm scared. I'm going to be walking in my house very gingerly
The dog
today.
ends the marriage quicker.
Yeah.
No. The dog, you have to take your husband for some serious help, counseling, and or a...
Like you wouldn't do that with a woman? I mean, you can still get counseling.
It's a different type of counseling, Terry, and you're more apt to repeat that violation than you would if you were to have sex with a dog.
Well, I'd wonder, like,
Terry,
if we drove by some big old Rottweiler.
According to a newspaper called the Syracuse Post-Standard, as you know, Terry,
Yes.
a woman had this happen to her.
Yes.
A 27-year-old woman named Nicole Leffler of Syracuse, New York, walked in on Michael Leffler having sex with the dog.
Gin.
Mm-hmm.
Gin.
She called the police, who arrested Michael Leffler on misdemeanor charges of sexual misconduct.
What kind of dog was it?
They have kids ages 6 and 8. It doesn't say what kind of dog it was, Stephen. I'm sorry to ruin whatever fantasy you're working on up there in your studio right now.
Please say collie.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think, well,
both scenarios.
there's no doubt about it that both scenarios are real tragic situations,
Right,
but don't downplay all of a sudden walking in on your husband having sex with some woman in your bed, Terry.
Oh, I'm not. I mean.
All right. Fine. Good. Great. Gay, a comment?
No.
Right.
But maybe the dog won't pull away in the hug.
Oh, wow.
Well, Steven's trying to get you to join in his world.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
The T-Man.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots, too.
Well, we haven't seen the last of the famous Jeopardy player.
Ken Jennings says he's going to write all about it. Millions watched as a California realtor finally ousted Jennings after 74 wins.
Can I line up now in Barnes & Noble, Terry?
Sure.
I want to get his signature on a copy. There's no doubt about it. Well, hey, the guy set a record that is going to be difficult to eclipse, and you can't deny him the fact that he is a major intellectual force. And that is something to look up to these days. In a day where we're looking for role models and our biggest role models go into the stands and punch you out, it's nice to have a Ken Jennings, I guess, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And now he's won enough money to clothe all 52 of his Mormon kids, Terry. So it's beautiful. It's a happy ending to the story, right?
Yes.
All right.
Jennings says he doesn't want to go back to his old life as a computer programmer. He's writing a book about what it's like to win $2.5 million.
He now go back to his life of never getting laid, I guess. I don't know.
Great life he had.
Yeah. Why would he want to go back to being a computer programmer? He just won $2.5 million. You think he wants to sit there all day punching keys on a keypad? No, he wants to write books. He wants H&R Block to make him their new spokesperson. That's what they're working on right now. That's what I'm hearing is already in the works. Ken Jennings as your spokesperson for H&R Block. If you don't go and get your taxes done by H&R Block, you'll be in jeopardy.
Oh.
So buzz in now. He's going to have his little Jeopardy buzzer. So buzz in now to H&R Block. Doesn't take much to get you endorsements these days.
I guess not.
You only have to win Jeopardy 73 times. Seems pretty easy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's also developing a board game called Can You Beat Ken?
Wow, a board game. Yes. Gay phone operator long ago threw his Barbie away and was beating Ken all through his early years, right? So nice of you to join us here in the studio this morning after
Thank you.
so long in absence.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I was having gay phone operator in studio withdrawal.
Wow.
I can't remember the last time I was down here.
Oh, Lord, I'd like to. I'd like to forget it. Anyway, anyhow, you are here because you told us earlier, I guess a couple of times now, that you have vacation time because you put in such hard hours of work at your what was, I guess, a new job and really can't be considered a new job anymore. It's now your job.
It is my
You
job.
are a steady wage earner, employee kind of deal, right?
And a good one, too, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And a good one.
And a good one.
And you decided to take a day off and spend it with us.
I did. I always like being down here. It's the fun thing to do.
Right.
I didn't have anything else to do, really.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to come down.
Okay. Here you are.
Thank you for
What
letting
did you
me.
do yesterday on your day off?
I had to go to the doctor again. So, I did that.
The one that you meet in the alley?
What? No, I would. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No.
Terry, what else is on your pile, please?
I
Feel free to
actually-
chime in, Gay, anytime you feel the need, all right?
Thank you.
In the meantime, I'll just turn your mic off. You don't mind.
Actually, he might want to chime in on this because I found
Really?
a story for Gay.
I got to put his mic back on?
Yes, you do.
All right.
Okay.
You found a story for Gay. You had
Yes.
a story for Stephen in the last segment.
Mm-hmm.
It was very embarrassing to Stephen. Is this going to be an embarrassing story for Gay phone operator?
Actually, I don't think it's embarrassing. I think that, though, that he might want to listen up.
It was very embarrassing for Stephen, but very much needed to be discussed. It was very much of a story he needed to hear. Yes, you can be busted for having sex with a dog.
I wrote it in my day timer. Don't screw the dog right before wife comes home.
All right, if you want to make little jokes about it, Stephen, if you want to play it that way, that's fine. That's probably very typical of a move for someone who realizes he's as engulfed in that kind of practice as the guy who got caught in Syracuse.
It's a tough lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
You have any proof that you're not having sex with the dog, Stephen?
Do you have any proof that I am?
No, but I have.
Aha!
Does this mean I have to hire a team of investigators to get proof now that he's challenged me like this, Terry?
I think so.
Because I will.
Oh, I know you will.
What do you do during the day, Stephen, all alone with the dog for so many hours?
Well, usually the dog is, lying on the floor and I'm cleaning up the house or sitting in my little office watching my Dawson's Creek DVDs or, something like that. And then we go for a walk for an hour.
Gary, do I even need to hire these investigators, or does it seem like a pretty much slam dunk case? All right. Is the jury giving him even a prayer of finding him innocent?
Hope? No.
What do you have for gay phone operator?
Well, the number of AIDS cases among gay men.
Why are you laughing, Stephen? Does AIDS cases bring a chuckle to your...
Well, I don't think Gay has AIDS, though.
Oh. Well, he's breathing real heavy right now, so I don't know if that's a sign or a symptom. But go ahead. Whoa. Is that why you're laughing, because he's breathing real heavy?
No, I mean, it was like, I have a story for Stephen.
Makes
Here's
me
a
want to
story
cry
about
and go home, Stephen, and yet you laugh?
having sex with dogs, and now here's one for Gay about AIDS, and I didn't think he had AIDS, and I just don't see how it relates, but...
Well, I told him that I said that he should listen to this story because I think it's something he needs to hear.
Jerry, if I keep his microphone on like this, it sounds like a harassing phone call all through the program.
Okay.
So if you have a story for Gay, make it quick,
Okay,
please.
the number of AIDS cases...
Can you back away from the mic? Is that possible with your backwards, stupid baseball cap?
...is on the rise dramatically among gay men. In fact, over the last
You want to
10
laugh
years.
now, Stephen? I'm sure Ronald Reagan is laughing at his grave. Well, that's not a happy story,
No.
is it, gay foam operator?
Not at all.
You better be taking care of yourself. And the days of you inviting strangers over from the chat line, I'm sure now that you're hearing this information, are over, right?
They should be.
Yes,
the
they
days
are.
of hanging out in the park and meeting strange men and taking them to public bathrooms are over, right?
That never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting on the bench.
You want to know what he did on his vacation?
No, jeez.
There you go. 3 straight days.
Yeah, this is a true story that I don't think Terry's all of a sudden making up some information here. This is something she found where? Is this...
I found it it's from the Washington AFP
All right.
and the MSN.
That doesn't surprise me, though. I mean...
All right, no one asked for a comment. MSN.com, Gay, is reporting that AIDS cases amongst homosexual men, Terry,
Yes.
are on the rise.
Yes, dramatically. dramatically.
Gay, this is something that you must be aware of. How are you going to change your lifestyle?
You protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like you should always.
Whatever.
No, but that doesn't
You never
surprise
have.
me.
You never will. You're still going to be as active on the chat line. You're still going to go to the park and sit there like an idiot, waiting for people to come up to you, right or wrong.
That has nothing to do with if you're safe or not.
You're still going to be chased out of the bathroom by cops.
That never happened.
In plain clothes.
It never happened.
Pants around the ankles, hopping up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. I'm going.
That never happened. I don't do that.
Well, then why do we have information from listeners that you were chased out of the park? You were being chased by plainclothes officers. The only reason
because the listener that it was last time was you having Hotshot change his voice in the other room, and you admitted that.
No.
Yes,
that
was.
that
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember.
Oh,
exactly.
It didn't sound like Hotshot to me, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That must have been a funny morning, though. Should have tuned in for that. Anyhow.
No, it wasn't.
All right,
a
well,
funny
regardless, this is information Terry found on MSN.com. Apparently, for whatever reason, gay men have gotten complacent, and the spreading of AIDS is on a dramatic incline over the past, how many years, Terry? Over the past 3 years.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It doesn't surprise me with all the ads out for all the AIDS drugs saying that, oh, you can live a normal lifestyle, don't worry about it. I mean, they're not saying don't worry about it, but they're saying that if you do get it, you can take these drugs and be healthy and happy and be fine. Kids are thinking that they don't have to worry about it anymore.
Well, look at Magic Johnson. Seems fine to me.
He beat it. I told you guys. He beat AIDS.
What's that way?
Let's move on. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
What up, Chief?
How are you, sir?
Pretty good. I just got something to tell you about the blunts. I'll tell you the exact numbers and everything.
Got a lot of experts in the audience. Yes, go ahead.
All right, the most you can get in the blunt is about 5 grams, which probably cost you about $15. That's only if you have skills. But usually it's about 1.0 grams, which costs you
buying the wrong
$10.
blunts, dude.
And a blunt stick will only cost you $1. But if you go to 7-Eleven,
You can get a hell of a lot more than $15 worth in a blunt, dude. All right, even I know that, and I don't smoke pot.
I don't either.
Okay, well then why are you the expert?
Right.
You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
What's up?
What do you got?
Just driving.
All right. Thanks for checking in.
How's the commute?
Yeah.
Is there anything you wanted to share on the air, or you just wanted to say hello?
Oh, no, I wanted to say something on the air.
All right, well, you're on the air. Isn't that
Okay, well,
fascinating?
the other day I tried calling in. It was busy. You guys were talking about that airline that gives gays a discount.
Oh, yes. Terry, is that a story you read then, too?
Yes. I believe it was America West.
America West Airlines is offering 10% discounts
for
to
homosexual
flyers to certain destinations where there are gay type events, very happy-go-lucky gay type events.
Right.
And you're bothered by this?
Yes.
Are you feel as a heterosexual you're being discriminated against?
This is my opinion, is the white, single, straight American man is the most demonstrated against man ever.
Is the most discriminated against, is what you're looking for, right? And as a white male, you've had it up to here, huh?
Yeah, I honestly, white people and straight people especially do not get any sort of discount. Like, gays expect that we're supposed to have sympathy for them.
Oh, jeez.
Yet they think that they should get all these rules and it shouldn't apply to straight people.
Gays don't expect anything like that. They want everything to be the same that you have.
Oh, jeez. Well,
they're not asking for special rights. They're asking for equal rights.
Well, she's realizing she's being reversely discriminated against gay because
a discount on an airfare because you're straight? No.
If you were an Irish American and they gave Irish groups a discount, would you say that's not fair?
They have scholarships for gay people when you
they have
graduate high
scholarships
school.
for African American people. They have scholarships.
Do they have scholarships for straight people? No.
Yeah. Yeah. You qualify for every other scholarship.
But everybody qualifies for a regular scholarship.
For a gay scholarship.
Coincidentally, are you calling from Anacortes? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Surprise,
what a shocker.
Surprise.
Gay.
It's ridiculous. We're not asking for special rights.
I
That's
think
just
what
ridiculous.
she's trying to say is she'd like to fight you.
Come on down.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I'm going to get in a fight with a queer. That's...
Oh, my God. Kick your ass, bitch. Don't even.
Just because you like to get rammed in the butt, you should have your rights and everything.
You probably don't get any, and that's why you're so repressed.
I like where this conversation is going.
I get laid every night by a straight man. I don't have to get rammed in the ass to feel good.
Really, really? Okay.
You may want to try on a night in the near future. All right, never mind. Anyhow, who is this guy who rams you every night, though? Is this your husband?
No, my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend, and he lives with you? You live with him, or what?
Yeah, we live together.
You live together, and you have sex on a nightly basis?
Obviously, yes.
Well,
obviously.
What? We're supposed to be what? How is it obvious to us?
She probably needs to shove a
people who
sign
date
up her
for a long
ass.
amount of time and live together normally have sex.
And how long have you been living together?
I'm about a year and a half.
And how old are you?
Me, I just turned 19.
19. So you've been living together since 17.
I turned 19 about 6 months ago, so just pretty much since I turned 18.
Well, Gay, this 19-year-old is feeling very, very bothered by the fact that just because you get rammed in the buttocks, that you get a 10% discount from America West Airlines. Do you have any further comment for her or no?
How many kids does she have? Is she on welfare, too?
I don't have any kids.
That's a shocker. When are you pregnant now?
No, I don't plan on having kids till I'm done with college.
Oh, okay. You're an idiot.
Just because you live with someone doesn't mean that you have freaking kids with them. I'm not a hoe. I don't sleep around.
Oh, okay.
I don't have to go on internet gay chat lines to meet people. Sorry.
She's a monogamous 19-year-old who's been living with a guy since 17 and a half years old.
Who's a judgmental little bitch.
Oh, jeez. Did I leave that part out? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you did.
All right, so what would you like to have happen here? If you could have it your way, what happens as of right now?
I'm going to give the gays a discount. They should give the straight people a discount.
All right, so discounts across the board is what seems fair to you. I don't think that's unreasonable necessarily. If there's a 10% discount at certain destinations for gay Americans or gay individuals, then why not 10% across the board?
Hey, wouldn't you want to get a 10% discount if you were fine?
No, I like to pay extra.
But it is good to know that the straight white man is the most discriminated against in this country.
Okay.
I feel sorry for all the
Well, there's no fighting that. It's pretty obvious. She's got a great point.
Right.
I'm a AAA member. I get an extra 10% discount. Are you upset because you can't afford to be a AAA member?
Oh, jeez. Okay, got that all out in one breath, believe it or not.
Whoa,
Yeah,
barely.
Oh, he was really winding down at the end there. Do you have any answer to that, caller?
Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't quite understand what he said.
I don't think it was worth repeating. Was it worth repeating?
No, it wasn't.
All right. You guys want to kiss and make up?
No.
Oh.
But that's different because
I'm not
anybody can
kissing
be a
no queer.
AAA member.
Oh, jeez.
No, but is she going to discriminate or get mad because she can't afford it, and that's not fair to her?
Oh, I can afford it. I think it's total BS.
She keeps calling you queer, dude.
Yes,
I am queer.
Wow. But she's using the word queer in such a derogatory type of fashion. Are you going to sit around and take that?
No, just like she's a little bitch, and that's how I'm using it.
Ever come down and kiss the queer for Summer Jam tickets?
What would you be willing to come down and kiss the queer for?
Oh, I'd be willing to come fight with him.
How about I'll give you a 20% discount anywhere America West flies. I'll pay 20% of your next fare if you come down and tongue the queer.
Okay, well, I can't come down today. I got to work.
All right, hang on, though.
But she'll do it?
Yes.
Oh, man.
She'll do it. She wants her discount. That's all it comes down to.
Okay.
That's why she's fired up this morning. She can't fly at a discounted rate because she's a white male.
She's probably upset because her boyfriend called me last night on the chat line.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
Well, why do you save a line like that while she's on the line in there with Jimmy Fred? Why'd you throw that out at her when she's calling you queer, boy?
That was kind of hot.
What, me sound like a redneck?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Where's Dumpy?
Oh, jeez.
Her boyfriend probably uses that excuse for not having a job. Hey, look, I'm discriminated against.
Right, I can't get a job.
White and straight, man. I got no shot.
Yep.
What am I going to do?
Doesn't matter that he's an idiot.
You're on the air. Good morning.
She-Man?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, you forget that people like that exist. That last person was, mind you, hilarious, but I'm sure has feathered hair and camel toe.
Oh, jeez. Now, the feathered hair I can deal with, Terry.
Yeah, but the camel toe.
I still appreciate a good throwback woman.
She was unbelievable.
Huh?
And, anyway, though, I just wanted to talk about that dog sex thing.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm a happily married woman, and I have to say that I would much rather catch my husband with another woman than a dog.
Okay, well, thanks for chiming in on that little vote that we had earlier. You think it's salvageable to come home and catch your husband in bed, your bed. That's certainly part of the equation I want to make clear here, because I think, as disrespectful as it is perhaps for a man to cheat on his wife in general, at least a woman will feel a little bit better if he takes it to a hotel. Right? At least he had the decency not to do it in my bed. Correct or incorrect?
Right.
It's soil the nest. Yeah, you don't soil the nest.
No, you don't. Right.
All right.
I'll give you that. Yeah, right.
But if you walked in on your husband with a dog, it would be a lot more of a end of relationship type event for you. Is that right? Because I was trying to make the case that at least you could, at least if you came home and he's having sex with a dog, you could write it off as just a mental illness. It's not necessarily a violation to your marriage. It's just something mentally that is disturbed within this man. Stephen, you're writing all this down? And that can be worked through with a doctor and counseling and heavy treatment.
And Paxil.
But if he is to have sex, if you're to come home and he's to have sex in your bed with some hot-ass woman, way hotter than you could ever be on your best day, you're telling me you're willing to live through that a lot easier than you are him having sex with a dog? Maybe my case was tough because it's really nasty, obviously. Right. It's the most disgusting thing that you could visualize, your husband having sex with a dog.
Right.
Yeah,
and yet Amy has to drive to work visualizing it every day. It's only a matter of time.
I can tell you this. On my best day, I'm hotter than a dog.
Oh.
And
I wouldn't necessarily say that's a slam dunk.
No, exactly.
Yeah, similar laughs. Sorry.
No, but listen, seriously. If you catch your husband with a dog, I mean, you could just never do it with them again.
Yes, because you'd walk in going, "You're cheating on me with that bitch!"
And apparently, studies prove that it has nothing to do with the way another woman looks that your husband cheats for. It's the way another woman makes him feel.
Yeah, because if he's cheating on you with a worse-looking woman, how do you come to grips with that too? I think what we can maybe agree on is that either one is going to be tough.
Yeah.
However, I tried to make the case, Terry. Yes, as a person who speaks for all women, I was trying to make the case that you can write off scenario A as a disturbed kind of mental illness situation in one area of his brain that can be worked through, perhaps, and your marriage can survive.
You mean the dog humping part of the brain? That's the back right corner.
Yes, usually that part of the brain is inactive. In certain individuals, though, Stephen Gilbert, in certain individuals, Gilbert Stephen, you have that part of the brain functioning. And there is a want, a need, a coveting type little aspect that the brain is having flare up every now and again. That can be worked on with medication and treatment and counseling.
And ointment.
And Stephen obviously has looked into this more than I thought. And ointment. But a guy that you're happily married to, you have children with, you come home, unbeknownst to you, you thought everything was perfect in your marriage, and he, in your bed, is having sex with some ugly hooch from down the street, Terry?
Well, now we can say, well, at least it's not with a dog.
You're a 29-year-old woman who's been married for 4 or 5 years, solid years. You have an infant child.
Right.
He's having sex with a 19-year-old from down the street, and you're telling me that's better than walking in on him having sex with a dog? I say it's not! I love belaboring this conversation, though.
Yeah, what if you walk in, he's with one of them queers? Where does that fit in?
Oh, just what a queers.
Yeah.
Man. Well, at least they can fly at a much cheaper rate together.
Yes.
Yeah, you can discount tickets
when they leave your life, at least it won't cost them as much.
Right.
Wow. Gay, does it bother you to know that there are callers out there like that? Or did you learn from the presidential election that they're everywhere?
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Reba, are you raising your hand?
I'm raising my hand because you wanted me to let you know when the picture was up.
Oh, the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Pictures of Lindsay Lohan you're talking about, right?
That is correct.
Oh, okay. It would scare me when you say things like that. Lindsay Lohan having some Thanksgiving blunts are now available on www.thetmanshow.com. Under what portion of the website?
The far left-hand side, it says the latest.
It says the latest.
All right.
That's right above the link that you can email me, right? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Okay. A lot of weird emails these days, Terry.
Really?
Weirder than ever.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's amazing how people continue to get weirder on a regular basis. But I wouldn't have it any other way. You want to give us one more quick story? What do you have?
Sure.
I'm way behind.
I got a story here.
Losing track of time?
No.
Go ahead, Terry. You started. Go ahead. You
Okay.
can't stop now, yes.
I got a story here about a man who was shooting cell phones into a prison with a bow and arrow. He has a couple friends incarcerated.
And he was doing the friendly thing by trying to get them a cell phone so they can make calls to the outside world.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Got arrested there. He attached 2 cell phones and...
Is that the modern day Robin Hood, Terry?
I guess so.
Is that what if they were to have a Robin Hood 2 starring Kevin Costner, he'd be shooting cell phones everywhere, Terry?
Yeah.
The updated version.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Attached the 2 cell phones to 3 wooden arrows and used the bow to shoot them over a 12-foot wall into the jail yard.
Now, is that a crime, Terry? Does he have to
Yes.
use those cell phones then eventually to call his lawyer or no?
Yes, because he was arrested.
He was arrested for doing that.
Mm-hmm. And he's facing up to a year in jail on charges of planning to aid a prison escape.
Did Martha Stewart have any statement as to why she made this person do this or what?
None.
Okay.
The T-Man.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots, too.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
Do you see how much glee he gets?
It's really weird.
Are we back on? Mm-hmm. In talking about food? Mm-hmm. You see how much glee he
he's glowing.
exudes?
Makes him happy.
Very happy.
When he sits here during the break talking about his lunch yesterday, how much he gets more enjoyment out of those conversations than anything else he talks about.
I know.
It was good. It was really, really good.
Right.
Whoa, easy.
He goes to a teriyaki place, he's just telling us, and instead of ordering chicken like a normal person, he gets pork.
Right.
Not even though they have pork at teriyaki places.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know, listen to him. Oh.
Okay, as long as you're this joyful and jubilant and talking about what you did for lunch yesterday and all these food-type conversations, I know my $15,000 is the safest money I have in my life right now.
Best
'cause I'm
investment you
trying.
ever made.
I'm trying.
When the words extra meat still come out of your mouth with a teriyaki place, you're not trying.
Okay, but it's not
The word
2
extra meat
orders
came
with
out in a
extra
different
meat.
conversation, apparently, because I didn't hear that part. You got extra meat at the teriyaki place?
Yeah.
That's just standard. I mean, I've been with them a bunch of times.
Maybe the word extra in restaurants needs to leave your vocabulary. You ever think of that?
I'm not going to fast food as much as I used to.
Yeah, maybe you should, if you want to win this bet, and I want you to win, believe it or not. I want to hand you that big check for $15,000 because you'll be 225 on October 14th next year. Maybe, though, you need to work some new phrases in your vocabulary and have some old phrases go by the wayside. Like a new phrase that maybe you could work on is, let's practice this one. I'll just have the salad bar.
Ooh. Wow.
The salad bars are good, too, though.
Yeah, where he gets the macaroni salad and the
potato
pudding.
salad.
Yeah, I know, huh?
All right, maybe not that kind of salad bar.
And the unlimited soft serve.
Right.
Right on top of the garbanzo bean.
Right. All of a sudden, Steven seems fired up about the conversation. Now, of course, Jimmy Fred can't sit tight listening to all this. He's got to chime in. I say his little hand in the air.
Any kind of fat talk.
Yes, Freddie.
I would just like to
fat
convey
people.
to our listeners
Yes.
how big a smile Gay has on his face when he was talking about the soft serve and the all-you-can-eat buffet and the salad bar, and he thinks it's funny. It's sad.
Oh, dear.
It is
Wow.
sad. If T said to me, Weeman, I'll give you $15,000 by October 14th next year, you have to be 250 pounds. That would mean putting on 90 pounds. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you could.
No, I couldn't. I could not do it. I couldn't gorge myself like that and look at myself in the mirror.
Okay, that's the point. If you'd shut your mouth and fill it with food,
Oh,
you could
geez.
do it.
I couldn't do it.
All right, well, this is a great conversation. Anyway.
But do something in front of his mom. I mean, no problem.
Yeah, for $235,000. It's more than willing to beat the paddy wagon in front of Pitch.
Right.
Anyhow.
You mean Pidgey on the main stage?
And then Pidgey would get a look at his... Yes. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. It's been quite a while since we've been honored to be joined in the studio by a fellow dysfunctional family member. You know him as a gay phone operator. We know him as a gay phone operator. And he's here because he's taken time off from his work schedule, and he wants to spend his vacation days in the studio. Aren't we lucky, Terry?
Lucky.
Oh, yeah. All right. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call, and you are on the air. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Not too bad. How you doing?
Good. What can we do for you this morning, sir?
All right. I had an opinion about the caller earlier and a point she made. Yeah, she's a crackhead and extremely discriminant. She is. But I think she made a very valid point. The gay phone operator, and I wanted to ask him about it.
All right, okay, you're here, right?
I'm here. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you misplace him?
Yeah.
Hard to do.
Just so you know, Gay, I have nothing against homosexuals. I have many of them that are friends, and that's totally fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, it's just a sexual preference. So,
preference?
That said, be my point. It's a sexual preference.
So you don't believe it has anything to do with genetics or birth, the way a person is wired? You don't believe in those kind of philosophies?
They say that it's the hardest decision to make for someone to be gay, so it has to be innate. It has to be something that they're born with, which, I'm not too inclined.
All right, where you going with this, dude? Wear me out. What do you got?
Okay.
Yeah.
She mentioned something about scholarships, and there is no such thing as a scholarship for straight people, but there is for gay people. And we're not allowed to qualify. We don't qualify for a gay scholarship, so that is discrimination towards, obviously, the straight side of the table. But my question for you is, do you agree with affirmative action for gay people? I mean, do you think for your sexual preference that you deserve those kinds of special rights?
It's not a special right. It's an equal right, and we shouldn't be fired because we're gay.
Well, he's asking if people should be hired because they're gay. Should a company have a certain quota that they have to fill, that a certain number of homosexuals have to be employed by a particular company?
No.
And you think it's... You don't think it's
because
right
that's what
that a
affirmative
company has
action
to
pretty
hire
much
you?
is.
I don't agree with that.
That's great. That's all I was really
You should be
asking.
hired by your skills.
Okay, so you don't think that... Because the only reason why I asked is because nowadays homosexuality is becoming more socially acceptable. And I had gotten the impression from that last phone caller on this issue that you thought that you deserved equal or special rights for your sexual preference.
No, equal rights, not special rights.
All right, you two can finish this conversation on the chat line later, okay? Very good. There you go.
Yeah, just keep working at Kenworth, and don't worry, no gays will ever work there.
1-866-663. Well, some of his best friends are gay, though.
Right. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
663-T-Man is the number to call. Anything that you would like to hear about or like to talk about on the air is more than acceptable as far as the next hour or so is concerned. We're going to do a lot of phone calls, Terry, but what is with Jimmy Fred and his hand in the air? I almost feel like I'm required to put on his microphone when that happens, and I've got to change that about myself.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I know that you were interested in this earlier in the show, and I have information on the ratings from last night's Jessica Simpson's Family Christmas, so I thought you might like to know that.
I don't care anymore.
You don't?
No.
Okay, forget it then.
Just slide it under the door.
By the way, it's the Lachey Simpson.
Mm-hmm. You're on the air. Good morning.
Morning, T.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Hey, can we listen to the I Hate You hotline?
Oh. Well, I don't know about today, but we'll punch up that line, I'm sure. Why, did you just add a call about queers that you want to make sure gets aired?
I sounded awesome.
Right. Hey, man, I just laid a doozy down on that line of yours.
Wow.
Maybe we will get to some today, for all we know.
Okay.
Doesn't take that long to lay some of those calls down. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. I was just calling about the homosexual issue.
Oh, jeez. I don't know how this... See what you've done here,
I
gang.
know. When he comes in,
Would you go to work, please?
It's a quick point.
That's fine. What do you got?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think that if they passed a federal law that said that you couldn't discriminate against people because of sexual preference, then I don't think American West could really even offer that rate.
Well.
So, could they?
I don't know. I really haven't given it that much thought, and I really would rather not.
Well, all homosexuals want is equal rights, not special rights.
That's true.
So I've always wanted to open a bar.
You love your 10% discount on America West, even though you're not flying anywhere anytime soon.
Because you'd have to buy 2 tickets.
When we can get marriage rights for that you guys get, then maybe you can get the 10% discount.
All right. Huh? Okay. What? All right. Thanks for the call. You're on the air.
Take
Hello.
the 10%. We'll take marriage.
T-Man.
Yes.
Thank you for taking my call.
All right.
You're my last hope.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
You're in big trouble, dude. What do you got?
I've wrote Oprah. I've wrote Maury. I've even wrote Montel.
Well, now you've come to the right place.
We don't do paternity tests.
Those folks can't do anything for you.
Obviously,
I can, and you know that. Now, what's on your mind, my child?
I have a 10-year-old son.
All right.
Who is my pride and joy. I love him to death.
Well, write Oprah about it. Oh, okay. What's the problem? Is there a problem or no?
Yeah, a big problem.
I have a lot of calls to get to, a lot of people with pressing issues, so try to give me the highlights only. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll try and make it quick.
Mm-hmm.
I owe back child support, and I'm looking at 30 days in jail.
Oh. Terry Free's a big fan of yours.
And I don't have any rich relatives to turn to.
So you don't have the money to meet your child support payments, is that right?
Exactly, but I send
Well,
money.
Montel is loaded. Why isn't he sending you money?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I send money every month, but it's just not the right amount. And
Right.
And my child enforcement officer.
You send $1, you're supposed to send $600. Right. That's the right amount. You do send money, though.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the situation? Do you really, truly believe that you don't have the ability to send the kind of money that you're required to send, and the courts are being unfair to you? Is that the situation?
Exactly.
Have you explained to the courts that this is the situation and it would be unfair for them to throw you in jail because you don't do magic and you're not capable of raising the money that they claim you're supposed to be making?
Well, this is what my child enforcement officer said.
Well, why do they believe you can make a certain amount of money that you believe you can't make? Why do they think you have more potential than you believe you have?
Well, they suspended my license, first of all, so now I can't even drive anywhere.
All people drive with suspended. So you can't get to work? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
You would go to work if you had a license.
Right.
Have you told the courts that you don't have a means to get to work? Isn't there public transportation you could use?
Well, it's the way where I work at.
You're lazy!
Dude, ride the bus? No.
Yeah. Are you just being lazy or what?
Not at all.
So
I'm a father out here that's trying. I'm not a deadbeat dad. I'd like to send a big.
What is your definition of
it? Mothers out there who have ruined all of our lives.
What is your definition of a deadbeat dad?
A deadbeat dad is somebody who isn't around for his kid and doesn't pay child support. I have a great relationship with my son. I'm with him every weekend and on holidays. But I'm not even going to be able to be with him for Christmas because I got to do 30 days in the county because she filed on me and ruined my life, and she's ruined my credit report. I can't even get a gas card. That's how bad my credit.
So how come you, if you're such a great dad, how come you are even back in child support?
Because
how come you're in arrears?
This is what I do. I go to auctions and I buy and sell cars. I fix them up and make profit. Now the guy suspended my license, so now I can't even go to auctions to buy cars to fix them up and make profit because my license is suspended.
How did you get that way in the first place?
Because some months are good and other months are bad. It depends on what I make during the month.
Why did your license get suspended, I think is what she's asking.
Because I got behind.
How far behind are you?
I owe $18,000.
That, you know what? Can I just say that really shocks me because Darian's dad is twice that. Twice that in
number
arrears.
Behind?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And believe
they're not threatening any jail time for him.
And he's gotten it modified.
Well,
to where he
maybe-
only pays like
Darian's mom isn't as hardcore with the authorities making sure that they do what needs to be done to Darian's dad like this woman is with her baby's dad.
all they do is she filed just like I filed. And it is.
So you were a bitch too.
I was a bitch too, absolutely.
I see.
But the thing is that, you know, I mean, that's why it kind of surprises me that he's got his license suspended, because I know that Darian's dad is out there.
Well, this doesn't sound like a man who doesn't care, all right? This doesn't sound like a guy who's saying, oh, screw it, I'm not giving him any of my money. This sounds like a man who's trying to make the best out of what he can, and he's just coming up short. Do you feel sorry for this man that he's staring 30 days in jail in the face, or no?
Well, some of me
you
does.
don't have
not
much sympathy
really,
for
but
guys
no.
like this, Terry.
Because
you hear the sound of this man's voice, you hear his story, and you're telling me you can't find a place within you that feels sorry for this guy.
No, not really, because he claims that he's been such a great dad all the way along. If that's the case, then he would have never gotten in arrears. Regardless of you already know your career is good some, bad some.
Not steady income.
Not steady. So what do you do? How do you supplement that income? I mean, that's all you need to do is go out and
Terry
supplement.
doesn't believe you're working as hard as you could be working, sir. That's the bottom line. Is that the truth, or do you disagree?
That's not the truth, Terry. You don't understand.
No, I think I do.
Oh, jeez. Terry thinks she knows your life backwards and forwards. She's seen your world too many times in her world intertwined as one. So she believes you could be working harder, and if you really busted your ass and got a little bit more creative on how you could get to work and how you could be doing this, you could be making your payments. Do you believe she has any case whatsoever, sir?
Can I just say this real quick before you cut me off?
I'm not cutting you off, but go ahead. Oh, I got to go. Go ahead.
When you apply for a job, you put your Social Security number down, they check your credit report. The first thing that they see is, I owe $18,000, and they're not going to hire somebody who owes
So it's a catch-22. As hard as you try to work, you keep running into dead ends, is what you're saying.
Okay, that's another excuse because,
Terry's heard that one before, too, I guess, because
Right.
it's not, I could see the look on her face and you hear the words coming out her mouth. She's not buying your excuses, sir.
So to work a retail job or to work at a warehouse, you have to have good credit?
Terry.
No, answer that question. You have to have good credit to work part-time at, I don't know, McDonald's?
I tried
Wendy's?
I tried Wendy's, and they wouldn't even hire me.
Because you have bad credit?
Don't want a bank loan.
Terry finds it hard to believe that you couldn't get a part-time job at Wendy's because they did a credit report on you. Are you saying that's the case, sir?
Trust me, I put in applications, and that's the first thing that they say. They don't call me back. I have to call them back.
So no one will hire you because you have bad credit. Not the most menial job out there in the world will hire you on even an hourly wage because you have bad credit.
That's part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're 18,000 behind, but that sounds a little more than just a bad month here or there.
Right.
Exactly.
That was my point. That's what I was wondering. How did you get to 18,000?
Because when I send payments, say I send $150 a month. Well, my child enforcement officer told me, well, that's good, but that's just not good enough. I'm trying. I'm making the effort. I'm sending money every month. It's just not the correct amount.
But you missed enough of these full payments that it's now accumulated to $18,000. That seems like it's a few years' worth of payments that you missed the mark on. Fair or not fair?
Not years. I'd say months.
Well, to get to 18,000, if
a lot of.
All right. Well, anyway, we're not going to fight over the little details here, but you want.
I need help. I don't have a rich relative to turn to. I'm not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. My parents are getting evicted out of their house. They want to move into my house. I'm 2 months behind the rent of my house.
All right. Well, we'll send you some DVDs. All right? What, dude, if there's every caller that's behind on their child support payments, if Terry was to send them money, she would lose her whole income.
Terry, I'll work for you.
Terry's not your biggest fan. I don't think she wants to hire you for anything.
Plus, you have bad credit.
You hit a bad bone.
You have bad credit, so I can't hire you.
You
dude.
hit a soft spot, a real angered spot in the system of Terry Free when you talk about these subjects.
T-Man, you're my last hope.
She's been through it too many times. But Reedman's raising his hand again.
I think that all the money the gay phone operator is going to spend on fast food, he should give to this guy, and that's how he'll lose the weight.
Whatever.
But
And by the way, if 18,000...
You'd rather have double meat.
Right.
Sorry, you offering double meat.
Wow. Well, if you're 18,000 behind and you pay $150 a month, I just did the math. That's 12 years of non-payment. So that's more than just a month.
What do you
here or
think,
there.
sir? We're going to start sending you checks?
Right.
Is that what you want? Where this call is going to wind up?
Yeah, I'm shocked Oprah didn't pay the bill.
Man, she's the one giving out all kinds of favorite things, shows, and cars and everything. We're just here killing 4 hours a day. All right?
Right.
Who's to say you pay the bill? It doesn't.
Is this guy at the end of the call saying, expecting me to go, okay, I'll start sending you checks immediately,
Yeah, I
sir?
think
Is that
so.
what he wants?
I think
Sounds like
that's
it.
exactly what he wants. He wants you to pay his child support.
So he can get behind next year.
You didn't even get to bang the girl. You're paying child
No
support.
kidding.
That
You didn't even
sucks.
your kid.
Right.
Sir, I can give you some DVDs and a bumper sticker. And maybe tickets to a show.
Anything that you can do can help.
Okay, hang on the line. There you go. Bumper sticker could be sold on eBay for about $2.22. Wow. Man. Believe me, there are people that need operations that I'd help out before this guy.
Yeah.
There are charities that I find very worthy, and I'm going to help out before this guy. I mean, everyone's got sad stories. There's no doubt about it. I had a sad story many a time in my life back in the day. I didn't call radio shows asking the host to give handouts.
That's cool, though. You did talk him down from 18,000 to 2 DVDs.
Oh. Yeah, you did. And a bumper sticker.
Quite the negotiator, don't you know?
The T-Man.
Okay, that does it. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Cube 93.
Hello.
You're 93.
My darling, please don't twist my testicle.
Oh, geez, Terry, you like that one, huh?
I wasn't expecting it.
Take your mind off the deadbeat dads for a second there? Okay, good. Well, before we go back to the phone lines, Terry, why don't you read us a story or two? What do you have there, please?
Quick little survey. Oh, well, actually, survey for you.
All
Over
right.
10% of people use work lunch
Who's this
breaks.
now?
10% of people.
People?
Yes.
Okay, I got it now.
Over 10%.
Yeah.
Actually, over 10% of people.
Over 10%.
Use work lunch breaks to have sex or have,
So somewhere between 10 and 11% is the actual number these days of people having nooners.
Yes.
Terry. Now, that's good. That's good. I'd like it to be more, but I'm not unhappy with that figure, Terry. That means 1 out of 10 people in this office.
Mm-hmm.
Why does your office always seem like the one that isn't having the 10%? I can't figure out who the 10%, who the 1 out of every 10 people you pass by in the hallways that are having nooners. I can't think of anyone in this office. And we have what? We have 80 people working here?
80, 100.
That would mean that there's at least, what, 4, at least how many people? 4 people, right? Huh? Oh, geez. 8 people. It's close to that. 4 to 8. All right,
4 to 8, yeah.
And I can't think of one.
That you could actually imagine having a nooner?
Yes.
Is that as while at the office, or do they go home and do it?
They go to hotels, they go to wherever they need to go.
Yeah.
So not in the stairwell.
Does
or
that
something.
mean that you're not talking about people having to have sex with a coworker in that particular office to be part of that 10%? They
No.
just can leave. They leave work. Nice little 11:45. Get an early start on the lunch hour. They come back at 1:30 with a smile.
Right.
You're telling me that 1 out of every 10 people I pass by in the office, according to the statistic, are acting in that fashion. It's good to know, Terry. Happy to hear about this. I'd like it to be higher again, but I cannot think for the life of me who those people are in this office. All right?
Well, we know what you're doing after the show now.
So if you don't know who it is in your office, then it has to be you. And I confess.
We don't really have lunch breaks, though.
I know. Our lunch break would be like 8 in the morning.
Right.
I'm trying to think of going through my mental Rolodex, Terry. Those people that come back at 1:30. See, I don't stay late enough to see those faces at 1:30. You know that face when you're fresh off the nooner and then you get back to your desk and you surf through the porn sites and act busy the rest of the day. Or at least surf through the net. Maybe you don't go for blatant porn sites because that would tip people off as to maybe who you are for real as the non-productive worker in the office. Or are those people the most productive people in the office?
Nobody's productive in offices.
That's true. Good point. All right, anyway.
So there are people that leave and then come back to work?
After lunch? That's so weird.
Yes, I've heard about that kind of lifestyle. There are
How's
people
that done
they
again?
actually go to lunch and then come back for the second half of the day.
Yeah, wow.
Man.
With a full gut.
I couldn't-
way.
There's no way I could do it.
Come sloughing back in.
Mm. Hey, Gay, how long do you get for lunch there, kid?
I get an hour every day.
You got an hour. Have you had a nooner since you began working at the new place of business?
I have not.
You have not had a nooner since you've been working now a good, what, solid 6 months or what?
Over 7 months.
Over 7 months you've been gainfully employed. Now, have you not had a nooner because you feel it would go against your ability to be productive on the job or because it just hasn't worked out?
I was too far away from home.
What's too far away
I
from
don't
home?
have time to get home.
You don't have to have a nooner at home.
No.
You can have it in your local Silver Cloud Inn or whatever you want to go to.
Well, I don't have internet access at work, so I can't like meet
All right.
somebody that,
And you'd rather
go for a nooner.
he'd rather have a nooner with Colonel Sanders or Ronald McDonald.
Right.
It's possible to have people over that you haven't met on the internet, though.
Is it true that Colonel Sanders and Ronald McDonald are the two most important men in your life? Is that the truth or no?
Close enough.
Top 5 at least.
Are they on the top of your Christmas list?
I like each of their menus, yes.
Okay, very good. Well, maybe you should... anyway.
They're the surrogate pappies.
I don't want to give them advice on how to win the bet. Anyhow, Terry. All right, one more real quick. What else do you have?
I have an update for you, actually, on the orthodontist we talked about in Kent who was trying to engage in conversation with
his 11-year-old patient.
Yeah.
Yes, the orthodontist who was sending very interesting emails to his 11-year-old brace face patients.
Yes.
All right, what about him?
Well, he pleaded guilty in...
He's one of 10% of people who've had nooners?
I'm sure he has. He pleaded guilty in King County Superior Court.
Really? He pleaded guilty? Didn't even fight it, huh?
Yeah.
Man, at least fight it, dude.
Yeah, to dealing or possessing child pornography and communicating online with minors for immoral purposes.
At least deny it like a normal person.
Deny.
Interesting. So he has said, yes, that's exactly what I was doing. Please help me. Maybe that kind of guilty plea is a cry for help.
Maybe so.
Did you see what this guy looks like? Could he have looked any older, Terry? Chatting with his 11-year-old metal mouth patients?
Yeah.
Man.
I'll fix your bracket for free.
And then he did. Oh, just
still overcharge your parents.
Okay. 1-866-663 T-Man. Chehalis, hello.
Yes, T-Man.
Yes, sir.
I want to say thanks for taking my call, but you had a call earlier. Guy said that it took like, what, a gram and a half to roll a blunt? I don't know where the hell dude went to school at.
Yes.
Disgrace to this state.
Well, it depends.
Go to my school.
Depends.
It takes 7 grams, a quarter, a good Washington bud.
Yes, I speculated. I did speculate you can get $100 worth into a blunt. Now, I'm assuming that...
$100? Who are you dealing with? They robbing you.
I'm assuming that you're dealing with a real fat cigar when you're talking about putting $100 worth. This guy may have been thinking more along the lines of the very economical Swish or Sweet or something like that. Maybe that's where he went wrong.
Burn too quick. Swishes is for rookies.
Okay.
You get you a Philly. You get a Philly blunt, Philly Titan, strawberry peach. It don't matter.
Sir, you're
Philly.
There's one thing we can't deny. You're a credit to the state.
Hey, I love this state.
I appreciate your call, sir.
Thank you.
Take care, my friend.
It's cool that they're flavored, though.
Don't it?
And they sell shirts that say Philly Blunt, too.
1-866-663 T-Man, you're on the air.
What's up, T-Man?
How are you, sir?
I want to ask about that airline discount for the faggots.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go. First we're queers, now we're faggots.
You can't say that word on the air, sir. Even after you said a very homosexual-type slur, you then said a bit of profanity that we can't air.
Yeah, what's odd is that other word's okay, though.
Yeah, that we can't air.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
That's nice.
Well, that's the way the FCC works, Gay.
I understand.
One's a $10,000 fine, and one is stimulating conversation. All right, sir, is there anything else you wanted to add or no?
Yeah, it's wrong.
Okay. And that's all you got, or you want to expand on this?
Are they like trying to make our kids, giving them incentives to be gay? Or
You think that's an incentive?
What's going on?
You're suggesting that all these discounts and all these new perks that are becoming available to homosexuals is going to only increase the number of future homosexuals. That's your feeling on this?
Oh yeah. That's
Gay,
wrong. It's like what's happening in this place?
Gay, you're laughing. Why are you laughing?
He's an idiot.
Why is he being idiotic? Why don't you show him the error of his ways? Go ahead.
It's people like him that think that we choose to be this way and that we try to recruit. We don't recruit.
We're holding a recruiting.
With the first pick of the homosexual draft.
Come on, let's be gay.
The gay phone operator select this caller.
Yes.
Woohoo! Sir, you've been drafted.
He's a tight end.
So next
You're a
thing
wide receiver. What's that now, sir?
next thing they're going to do is
this gonna be
do
good.
like
Yes.
tax breaks for the faggots too.
Oh, jeez. Would you like tax breaks for your faggot friends there, Gay?
Sure.
Yes or no?
Why not? All my faggot friends would like that.
Oh, jeez. And all his faggot friends are here on Monday night.
On your W-2, there'll be a space for faggot.
Oh, jeez.
That's great.
Check the pink box. Go down to H&R Cock and get my taxes done. Well, Ken Jennings is not going to do ads for that company, I don't believe. H&R Block, though, has officially signed Ken Jennings on. That is the word, Terry Free.
Yes, I know.
He is going to be he's a very endorsable figure, isn't he?
Yeah, actually.
He's the all-American guy with the little happy-go-lucky Mormon background and as smart as a whip. Mm-hmm. You as smart as a whip, Gay?
A little bit smarter.
Oh, jeez.
Nobody enjoys a nice whip from time to time.
Paulsbo, hello.
Oh, boy.
Oh, is this another one?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I was wanting to talk about the gay issue as far as the equal rights. I'm a little confused, and maybe your guest there can explain this to me a little bit.
Right.
In the workplace or any place, it seems to me that they are asking for not, as he put it, special treatment, but equal rights because they're gay or homosexual. Yet you don't see the heterosexuals going around saying, well, I want a little extra equal rights because I'm heterosexual. So,
you're talking about you're feeling there's reverse discrimination going on. Is that basically what you're trying to say in a nutshell, or what?
Well, no. What I'm saying is that they're using their homosexual to try to get equal rights, but you don't see heterosexuals going around saying, well, I'm heterosexual, so I deserve this more, or I deserve these benefits more.
You already have the rights. That's why you don't need more.
Well, first of all, you're not equal. If you were equal, you would be able to produce in a relationship, which you can't.
Oh, boy.
That has nothing to do with whether I can do a job.
In a gay relationship, so therefore you're not equal.
That has nothing to do with if I can do my job.
I can't believe at one point I thought John Kerry was going to win.
Well, you know what's amazing, though? In her comment, there are plenty of heterosexual couples who can't reproduce either. That's why they go to in vitro, like normal process.
Aha. Terry is pointing out that...
no, but they have the proper
so
tools.
What makes
Each
it
partner has the
so now it comes down to proper tools. It has
not
nothing to do with reproduction. It comes down to the proper tools. You were just talking about it. It comes down to reproduction. Now Terry brought up an example of people that have tools to reproduce and yet can't. Shouldn't they?
Well, but it doesn't matter. They have the proper tools. They just are not functioning properly, so they can't reproduce. But
that's not true either.
Gay has the proper tool to reproduce.
He could easily reproduce somebody.
Extra benefits for, like, insurance, medical insurance. Well, I'm not going around saying, well, I want this insurance because I'm heterosexual. I want this benefit because I'm heterosexual.
But technically, a gay phone operator has the proper tool to reproduce. Caller!
Homosexual.
Oh, jeez. Gay phone operator does technically have the proper tool to reproduce if he so choose to do so.
With his partner, his gay partner.
Well, hey.
So he can stick it up his...
Oh, jeez.
And reproduce.
Well...
And I think it boils down to choice, and like the choice.
You're getting a call waiting. It sounds like a very masculine man is on the line wanting to make plans with you for the afternoon.
All that gay talk really turned me on, baby. I'm coming home.
Yeah, put the strap-on on.
You sound hot.
It boils down to choice, like the caller before, and that's what our higher power gave us was choice, and they make that choice. And
Shut
now
your
because
higher
they've made
power.
this
That has
choice,
nothing to do with it.
Now because they've made this choice, they want extra equal rights.
Gay, do you believe that you had, at what point did you make the choice to be homosexual?
I didn't make the choice. That's the way I am. That's the way I was. That's the way I was born.
Yeah, it's a great choice. You get so many benefits out of it, you know.
Yeah, I know. You had a girlfriend or something in school, so you chose to go homosexual?
I want discriminating bitches like you in my life. That's why I chose to be this way. I don't think so.
So now you're going to call me a name.
Hey, don't resort to that, kid.
Yeah, please don't. I haven't called you anything but what you are.
Oh, jeez.
And you're a discriminating bitch. That's what you are.
Oh, thank you. Nice choice of words.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
And you want equal rights. Well, you're not equal.
Wow.
T-Man, from here on out, just 206 area code.
Yeah, okay, please. God.
All right.
Go back to your trailer.
You see what happens when you come into the studio, Gay?
Whoa.
Man.
Exciting, isn't it?
What was that now?
It's exciting.
Oh, sure. 1-866-663-T-Man. We're only taking calls from Paulsbo this morning, so 1-866-663-T-Man. Back after these words.
The T-Man.
Well, if you want to get her in the sack, just tell her you love her. That's how I was.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Terry, this is for Terry.
Okay.
Can you honestly tell me that you going after child support of your ex is for your kids?
Yes.
How is that?
What do I spend it when I get it? Do I put it towards the kids? Absolutely.
Well, you have everything that you want to give to your kids, don't you?
He's saying at this point, isn't it a little ridiculous to get the few extra $100 for your kids when you are the bonus baby that all women strive to be in this world of ours, Terry? Is it more just sticking it to the man who violated you in such a fashion back in the day, and you're still trying to make a point?
No, it's taking care
That's
of
what
the
it is. You're trying to get back. You're trying to get back to him. You're trying to get back at him what he did to you. It's not about the money. It's not about giving what he can give to your kids. It's not about what the money is. It's about what he did to you is what you're doing back to him is trying to get that money.
The thing is
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is. You make plenty of money. Your husband, your new husband makes plenty of money.
That's so irrelevant.
Obviously, you have two more kids.
Yeah.
You have two kids that obviously you can afford, right?
Yeah. And?
So that's all it is. Obviously, your husband, your ex, doesn't want anything to do with your kids or whatever the vice versa may be. But
Terry feels that doesn't change the fact that she is still owed this money by this man, and she wants it.
But what makes it owed to him? He doesn't want anything to do with them. She should be blessed that she has 2 great, or 3, 4, how many ever kids she got. Blessed that she has some great kids and she is taking care of them.
The courts decided that he owes it to her, so she feels she has a right to still say that he owes it to her, and she still wants it. Now, if that makes her a little bit selfish and shallow, that is for you to decide. But she feels that she wants the money that she has coming to her by a guy that she wants to stick it to, obviously.
Exactly. That she wants to stick it to him. It's not about anything else. It's about getting back.
Terry, don't lie. See, there isn't a small part of you that doesn't
let me inform you and everybody else about this.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, and here's the I want to stick it to him thing.
Mm.
Quite honestly, in my situation, JD has decided to adopt all 3 of the other children.
Yeah.
So once the adoption is all clean and clear, that means that the $32,000 is gone.
$32,000.
It's gone.
Oh,
and the other 18 grand is also gone.
Is that what you're owed? $32,000?
Yeah. Wow. Well, no, altogether about 50
Could you imagine the car, Terry?
So it's all gone. Hey, I can afford the car anyway.
That's what I'm talking about. You're just going after him.
You didn't even hear what I just said, sir.
I wasn't listening either.
I'm throwing away.
That's actually a pretty good point.
The adoption.
Very good.
Once the adoption is finalized, I lose all that money, so it doesn't make a difference anyway.
So if she was just trying to stick it to him, she wouldn't have JD adopt him.
Right.
She has to forfeit the money because he adopted him.
Right.
And luckily, she has been able to afford to clothe these kids and feed them and all that without the money.
I think Terry just put it on her little self-scale and decided, have this man that I love adopt my kids or still continue to stick it to this guy that I despise to this day. Well, it's tipping more on the side of I want the man of my life to adopt my kids. You still want...
I went with...
You had to make a choice.
Obviously, with $32,000 in arrears, I went plenty of years without help from somebody. Plenty. And I did it all on my own, not even with this job.
All those years, you still
and it was
were
a
trying
struggle.
to get that.
It
Over
was
all
a
these years,
struggle.
You were still trying to get it. You obviously knew you weren't going to get it, but you were still trying to get it.
He went and modified it.
So wait. Sir.
Didn't want anything to do with the kids.
Are you saying Terry's a bad person for going after child support?
Not necessarily a bad person, but...
What is your point?
She's bad, yeah. She's greedy. She just wants to stick it to someone else that stuck it to her. That's all it is. It's not about providing for her kids. Child support's supposed to be giving the best that you can for your kids, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And you're not.
No, yes, I am, because whatever I get, I put it on top of what I already put in.
You can make a case, sir.
With your own money that you're making.
You can make a case, sir, that even as much as Terry makes with the extra money, she could do even more for her kids. Can you not?
How can she do much more?
You could always do more.
I mean, so what's she going to do in an extra bedroom that she can lock him in?
Gee, maybe put it towards a college education.
Yeah, put it in a
something
fund.
like that.
She could afford to send him to 9 colleges now if she wants, as opposed to 8. So,
That's the thing.
for each child.
You can put the money in the fund and say, look, your dad helped you pay for college.
Hey, you can
There you go.
justify that every extra
Like she would
dollar,
never say that. She
every
can't stand the
extra
guy.
dollar you have, you can do more for your kids. Technically, you can say that. So Terry still feels like this has been decided upon by the courts. This man has never paid me. I'm still going to do everything I have to do to get this money from this man. Now, when the decision came down to should I allow my husband to adopt my kids, and knowing that that will forego anything I had coming to me and I worked so hard for, okay, at this point in my life, that's what I choose to do. That's pretty much how it's gone. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and if this guy stuck it to Terry, like you say, so why isn't it fair that she sticks it to him? Who cares? It's fair. He stuck it to her. Now he gets it.
Well, do you honestly think that that's right? I mean, morally right? I mean, she should be glad that she has 2 or 3 great kids. She shouldn't go after and make someone else's life completely miserable. She should just write him off.
No, I
and just
think
say,
I
you
think
know what?
more. I think more of your point is, sir, she should be happy not that she has 2 or 3 great kids, which she had before, while she really needed the money. What you're trying to make a case of is now that she's actually found her way into a small pot of gold, she should be really thankful that that has happened to her, and she shouldn't be overly greedy and continue to stick it to this guy. That was your point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is my point.
And there is a school of thought that would back this guy. Many a person would believe the way he's feeling, Terry, that you've had a lot of good fortune, and somewhere along the way, well, I'm not saying that this was something you had to do, but there's a lot of people out there that would feel that since you've had such good strokes of luck, you would allow this guy off the hook. And you didn't.
Well, the thing is that there
And
are many people who are way richer than females, way richer than me, who married very well.
Oprah.
Who stick it to their exes for child support, so on and so forth.
Terry chose to continue to go after this money. And if that makes her a bad person, sir, it doesn't look like she cares that much.
Right. I don't. And by the way, it was already put in place, and I have never, every 2 years I get a little court thing that says, you can modify it and ask for more, and I don't. I just leave it alone.
This is obviously a subject that hits home with this caller, I would imagine, too. I don't think you're just speaking as a guy who's never dealt in these kind of issues, right or wrong?
Actually, you know what? I was one of those kids. I'm like Terry's kid. My mom had never married my dad. She had never asked for any money. I tried to contact my dad when I was 13. He didn't want anything to do with me. So, you know what? I left it at that. But I look at my mom with a little more respect.
So you admired your mom in a way that you don't admire Terry Free, is what you're saying.
What's that?
So you admire your mom in a way that you don't have the same admiration for Terry Free. You think Terry Free is more shallow, and your mom is a better person because of the way she handled things.
Exactly.
All right, Terry doesn't agree. Different schools of thought. Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
Every once in a while, we have a hardcore issue day.
Man.
Today is that day. And it sounds like a lot of Stevens peeps in the red states are getting through on the phone lines today. And it's on those days that Stevens stays very quiet. Because
Well, I don't agree with
agrees
this guy or the last caller.
everything.
Either, by the way.
Oh. I think it's those days that Gay comes down here, that those red states flare up and start calling the program.
There's other red areas that flare up, too, I bet.
Well, he has ointment for that.
Okay, good.
Yes.
You want to put it on?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God.
Get out of the studio now. We're behind what? Oh, come on. How fast are we? We fall behind so fast these days.
Well, maybe if you ever looked at my signs.
Oh, there's so many calls to take, Terry.
Okay.
So many people just want to rip into you. I can't believe I can't go to the phones.
What else is new?
Oh,
Yeah, you
jeez.
have a job. You should just, forego your child support.
Yeah.
Terry's now wishing this was just a typical day of people saying she had a saggy VJ, but that's not the case.
She had no idea what she had back then. On the good old saggy VJ days.
Should I actually go to the break that we need to go to or take a few more calls?
Well, seeing that I have to go number one really bad,
okay.
I'm rooting for break.
Oh.
Well, I don't want to see a little hotshot tinkle on the floor.
T-Man. You never know what you have till it's gone, and I wanted to know what I had, so I got rid of everything.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
Gay's all excited because that Greek guy called him again.
I'm not excited. It's funny that he keeps calling.
Yeah, right.
You still expecting the windfall of cash and prizes from this guy, or what? He's the Bob Barker of your life, or what?
No, I'm not expecting anything
You
else.
realize now that you were acting like an idiot back then, right? You realize that when you got convinced that this guy was going to give you tons of money and you went actually down, I can't believe he went to the Mercedes showroom, Terry.
I know.
And was picking out a car for himself because he was promised a car by this Greek guy. You realize now you were acting like an idiot. You were a dumb white bitch then. That's what you were. You realize that now, right? Or wrong?
No, because if he wouldn't have sent money and did other things that he said...
What did you actually get out of this guy? 2 pieces of undersized clothing after all the promises. That's all you got, right or wrong?
No, I got like $6,000.
It's also funny that he went to his manager and said, I need to look at the penthouse.
Oh, that's
chance of me
right.
moving in
I
there."
forgot. Aside from going to the Mercedes showroom, he goes to the manager of his building.
Right.
He goes to the manager of his building where he lived, and he asked to look at the penthouse because he's going to be moving in soon because of his rich Greek boyfriend.
That would have been nice in that building.
Right.
He sent the deposit for it.
3 months later, he gets evicted. What does that tell you?
That's pretty much it.
He sent the deposit. What happened to that money?
They kept it because I never moved in.
Oh my
So they got rich off the Greek guy, too?
Yeah.
Everybody got
And
rich.
they still kicked you out?
Yeah. They didn't kick me out. I chose to leave before we got kicked
And this
out.
guy...
Whatever you want to call it.
This guy made his first phone call to you in some time over the past couple of days. So it may be starting all over again.
No, he calls every once in a while and leaves messages.
Hey, big Studley.
Oh, jeez. And yet, when he comes to town, I actually told Gay, I said, Gay, you're in dire straits. Do whatever this guy wants to do to you. Let him do it, right? If he wants to put a cheese grater up your butt, let him and Gay wouldn't let him touch him. He'll have any stranger from the chat line come right on over, and they'll do 50 million things. But this guy, he acted like, you'll never make sense to me, dude.
No, it was once I was there and it was the moment, it was just, I got weirded out. And I
Right,
didn't
but the
want
people from the chat line are total turn-ons.
Yeah, it never gets weirded
Well,
out
that's
there.
different.
You'll never make sense to me. Let's just end the show by saying that, all right?
I will eventually.
No, you never
Yes,
will.
I will.
And if you do, that's it. I'm out.
You're done.
All right?
You're cooked.
Never makes sense to me.
Fine.
Okay. Now go home.
Have a good day.
All right.
Were you excited he was here, spending his vacation?
Put in one more call because there's a lot of people that have been patiently waiting. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
That last guy needs to be hung out to dry, okay? Hey, Terry, I'm with you all the way. Hey, and congrats on your babies. I'm
you.
47.
Oh,
I have 2 grown children, 26 and 25.
And one on the way.
No way.
Okay.
I'm through with that.
There you go. Good answer.
I'm a little bit, I got... Sorry, Terry, don't take it offensively, but I'm smart, okay?
Oh, wow.
2 was too much.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
She spends the
just pointing out a little fact that when I divorced my ex-husband, when my
Right.
children were 4 and 5,
Right.
I asked...
Right. Thanks for the call. She's going to spend her day with a cheese grater, too. You're on the air. Hello.
Wow.
Definitely wasn't getting better, that call.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, real quick. Time is short, and so am I. You got 10 seconds to go.
10 seconds ago, I've been raising a kid by myself for 6 years, and I haven't got a dime in support from the kid's mother. And I don't care if JD gets to adopt those kids. I think Terry still deserves that money.
You're on the air. 10 seconds, go. And I don't disagree with that guy, Terry. As I said, there are 2 schools of thought. One would say, hey, you've been so fortunate with the windfall that you've gotten. You should realize, okay, it's time to ease up on this guy and move on from that. Or you could say, well, the guy still did what he did. He's got to give what he's got coming to me. And I would actually maybe be on your side in that area more than the first scenario. You're on the air. Hi. 10 seconds, go.
The reason I'm calling is that because that woman or that called about the gay guy, what she doesn't realize is that not more than 50 years ago, black folk had to use separate bathrooms because of women like that. She has her right to vote because people stood up for different people. Women's suffrage had to be fought for. What she doesn't understand that. These are people trying to earn civil rights. I can't understand why so many people would call for someone else not to be happy.
Thank you. I gave him double time. You're on the air. Go.
Made some good points.
10 seconds. Go.
Gay's going to order double pork later on.
Just for that.
Yeah, just to celebrate.
He's already having visions of double pork right now.
Oh, man.
Yes, he called him Tony last night. All right, you're on the air. 10 seconds. Go.
Good morning.
10 seconds.
Good morning.
9 seconds.
God. Okay, Terry, I think that regardless of JD adopting them, you still owe or are owed that money by your ex. He owes it to your children more than he even owes it to you. It's for the kids. We need that money from those men because if they were man enough to make these babies, they should be man enough to take responsibility.
Okay, let's all burn our bras and go have a nice day.
Okay.
She was beautiful. She was young. She was innocent. She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all over the world.
Check it out. Traffic Jam.